Okay, we are going.
Hey, welcome back to Batman Arkham Origins.
Hey,
everyone.
what? Huh? What? Where are we? Who am I?
We just pulled you out of the closet now that we need you for another streaming event.
You pulled me out of cryogenic sleep.
Like in Austin Powers. And you don't even get time to pee.
See, I was gonna say like an Half-Life, because that's
Cruel
exactly
and
what
unusual punishment. Can you imagine if Gordon Freeman comes out of stasis and just has to pee 20 years worth of pee in the train?
What if he just like, actually? Wow, I don't want to imagine that. Because I've been in so many.
Wow, that makes for a great joke. Is you cut yourself off and don't even say it.
The best jokes are the jokes we don't even get.
And it's fucking painful.
So I'm about a half to 2/3 of the way through this game, but I'm gonna start a new game just for you guys.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Cian says, or Kian, I don't know. Oh God, why are you guys playing Half-Life 2 with scrubs? He's gonna nerd out every minute.
Rise and shine, Mr.
Oh my God.
Freeman.
Shut the fuck up.
Rise and shine.
I know.
Oh look,
I
it's
wish
Scrubs!
to imply you have been sleeping
Wait,
on
who said that?
the job. No one is more deserving of a
Steven.
rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste
I'm
until...
gonna tweet the link.
Well, let's just
Why aren't the
say
subtitles
you're all
on,
right.
David?
Come
Failure.
again.
I'm sorry. I just tweeted
The
it out,
right
so you
man
guys
in the
can...
wrong place can make all
You
the
guys can
difference
retweet it now.
in the world. So wake up, Mr. Freeman. Wake up and smell the ashes.
Don't worry, I will turn down the audio in a second, Kian.
Did you put subtitles on?
Why?
Because. Let's do it. Bless you.
Sorry, everyone. I'm so sorry. I'm
You gotta go
so
to...
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh
You
look!
had
see
to
you
kick
going.
my ass.
Oh look at these fine gentlemen. This looks like a very reputable train.
You know, the start of this was going to be very different in the beta.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh god.
For context, I was talking to Xavier about the beta, and I
The
think he was doing
beta,
something
like
at the
you,
time. Like
you're the beta.
In line.
I sent him this like
Oh!
big chunk of text explaining everything I know about it, and it was like it took 5 scrolls to like get through everything that I sent him. He didn't
Oh look,
read
it's
it at all.
it's guy on screen.
Oh, it's beta brain.
I skimmed it. I skimmed it a little bit.
All I have left.
Skimmed it a
A
little
little bit. Yeah, skimmed it.
bit. Well, originally,
Oh look, it's
the guy
it's
that you
police
see in front of me-
brutality, man.
He's saying, Scrubs, please don't drop Half-Life 2 facts.
Fuck up! I'm gonna drop as many facts as I can. This stream is gonna be facts with scrubs.
It's
It's,
oh look,
it's like
I'm-
that fucking developer commentary that Gabe Newell does where you go click on the icons and he tells you,
Well, actually, the hardest part about game design is getting players to look up, so we make sure to put a light source in high locations to guide them through their journey.
and that's the whole thing for like 8 hours.
oh look, I've
Surprisingly.
got a soda can with me.
Got a soda can, and I'm not afraid to use it. Step out the way, Metro cops. And then the beat you with their fucking.
Oh look, it's police brutality, man.
Oh, look at the police.
Oh God.
Look at how they brutalize.
We didn't pick this game on purpose because of that parallel. It just happened.
Even though you did bring it up when we were discussing what game it was.
Well, because you guys had picked it, and I was like, you know, actually, that reminds me. Oh God! Oh shit!
This must be a mistake. I got
Gordon
Oh,
Lives
no.
Matter.
coupon just like
You're
everybody
about to get tortured.
The Combine Lives Matter.
Back here into my creepy
About to get pro. You know what?
Combine
this
Lives Matter. That's the most important thing to remember.
There was this cut like idea from, and this isn't spoilers because it didn't make it in the game, but from Half-Life Alyx, there was this cut idea of like a group called the Han, which are basically these like Combine apologists, who would like excuse basically everything that the Combine would do to people. But they cut it out, so you never see that. But it's pretty interesting idea, I would say.
This guy is gonna put his fucking taser stick up your butt and then just turn it off and on while you scream. Remember Half-Life Blue Shift? I remember.
No.
Apparently, this Bonnie is different to the Bonnie that you play in Half-Life Blue Shift. And I
Their
see
names
that.
are both Barney Calhoun. That's fucking stupid.
Well, that's what they called every like police NPC in that game.
Yeah, you and me both.
Every
Doc.
police
He was about to
NPC
board
was
the
named
express
Barney
to Noah
Calhoun?
Prospect.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, there were different like police.
Well, no, this
models.
one escapes with Kleiner. Like the one in Blue Shift. Him and
Well,
at
he
least
never
a
encountered
scientist.
Sweeney.
You know, you're
never
talking
encountered-
about all of this as if it has
Well,
any meaning
yeah,
to
but
me
they-
whatsoever.
Be okay. Listen, I gotta go, Doc.
Shut
We're
up,
taking
nerd.
enough chances as it
But
is.
no, like it's implied that like Barney and Gordon knew each other before that day.
Okay, Gordon.
Like
You're gonna have
it's
to make
you
your
know
own way to Dr.
it wasn't
Clement's lab.
something that someone that you met along your
That's
journey
what
in
I
the
was
first
afraid of.
game. It
Get
was
it,
like
Gordon?
a
Before you blow
coworker.
my cover.
Okay.
Like at one point Half-Life 2 episode 1, Alex says something like, "Oh, it's like how you and Barney used to like help Kleiner get his keys out of his office. Like you used to have
Yeah.
a race to see who could do it faster by going through the vents."
I know what you're talking about, but the thing is, in Half-Life 1, you get this like the Bonnie NPC asking you to like catch him off to work for a beer, and the Bonnie like the line right now where he's like about the beer I owed you. That was a reference to that. However, the fact that you don't see Gordon in Blue Shift, it's like
You do.
how? Well, no, you
No,
never
okay.
like actually talk to him. You never see him.
Well, you don't talk to him, but you see him multiple times. You just see him doing stuff.
Not in Blue Shift. I played that game recently, so I would know.
Yeah, when you at the beginning thing, when you turn your head, like when you're at the opening, because like
okay.
the
the
security guard pounding on the door at the beginning in the tram section. That's the Blue Shift guy.
Yeah, no, I know.
I think you're focusing too much on that single line of dialogue. I think about that beer I owed you. That's a throwaway line that the NPC says at random.
And I think that none
It's
of that
not
even
like-
matters.
I know. I was just trying to be an ass.
You're the Blue Shift character. Shut up. There are two canon characters in the Half-Life universe named Barney Calhoun. I refuse to believe they're different people.
I
And
want
that
to.
they also had the same job at the same building.
I mean, I think that'd be pretty funny if it did.
Barney, it's you! Oh man, what happened to you that day after you got stuck at that door? What are you talking about? That was a different guy. That was the other Barney. And you're like, oh yeah. Barney Thomas Calhoun. You're Barney Frederick Calhoun. Alright, okay.
Bonnie Bobby Calhoun.
Barney Bobby! BB!
Wouldn't it be funny if they were all BBD Calhoun?
First the building, then the whole block.
We got Bonnie Bobby on the drums. Take it away,
Turn
Bonnie.
around, go look over there, go harass those. No. David, go, there's a stream delay. I want you to go look at the thing because you can see a big alien monster robot passing.
No.
Oh.
You missed it.
If you're not gonna fuck around and like screw around and not progress the game, then what are we here for? I demand you play with a bunch of bricks and blocks in the fucking the little.
The bricks and
Like-
blocks.
Well, yeah, because like there's in that little playground area, there's like a block with a letter on it that gets like taken and put somewhere else. You can
Listen.
you find it in like an earlier point.
Listen,
You can
here's
take
what
it
I'll
back and
do.
reunite
I'll
it
just
with the
bring
rest.
this bicycle with
It's
me.
John Evergreen in chat. Yo, what up, man?
Who?
John Evergreen.
It's John Evergreen. You haven't heard of John Evergreen? It's fucking John Evergreen, dude.
Are you pulling my leg?
I can't believe fucking John Evergreen is watching our stream. That's amazing.
what up?
Hey, hi, John Evergreen. Aggressively mediocre. If you're familiar with Half-Life, you've missed that much.
You've missed
So,
like the intro. That's
You
it.
missed us walking into this room. That's what happened so far.
This is exciting character drama.
Oh, by the way, someone not asked, but I wish Valve would tell us what happened to Adrian Shepard. Okay. Fun fact: Half-Life
Stasis.
Valve were sourcing out different like companies. They were like commissioning them to work on different episodes, right? And there was this project called Half-Life Episode 4, right? And that was being developed alongside when Half-Life Episode 3 was supposed to be developed. The thing with that is, that game, we recently got like a bunch of new footage from the company that was working on it, because Valve told them like, whatever, fuck it, just show them what you guys were working on.
Ooh.
That game,
Basically, their NDA
the protagonist of
expired.
the protagonist of that was Adrian Shepard. And it would take place in Ravenholm, and you would be like teaming up with an NPC that you would see later on in this game.
Ooh.
And it was gonna be so cool.
Is it?
Don't
is it
spoil
the
it. David
father?
has played it.
Oh, okay, alright.
Yeah.
Alright,
I have
alright.
played to that far. I've played through Ravenholm.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Father Gory. He would be the guy helping.
Yeah,
Father
the crazy
Gregory.
creature guy.
Yeah. And apparently at the end of that, he was gonna like mutate into like this really big fucking zombie that you would have to fight at the end of the game. It sounded so
Aw.
cool. It was gonna be like this feature where you could like punch enemies with your gun. Like,
That sounds
parry them.
really lame.
Oh, fuck you. That sounded really cool, man.
I don't. You see, that's like I don't think Half-Life needs like a proper melee. I like just you toggle with a crowbar.
Well, he's an army guy, man. It would make sense.
Do you need like it's like when they put a fucking
Dr.
prone
Freeman, I
mechanic
presume.
in like Hunt Down the Freeman? It's just
Okay,
like,
that was
you don't need it.
useless.
I better hurry.
Okay,
The
that's
Combine can
fair.
be
I can
slowed
see where
away,
you're coming
but
from.
once they're up, you don't want to get in their way.
It's not Half-Life to me, you know.
That's fair.
Dr.
Half-Life
Clemens
has
said
a
you'd be
very
coming this way.
Oh, look, it's
Specific type
waifu.
of
I don't think
gameplay
it occurred to him
compared to
until I
other
got half a
shooters,
Yeah.
and all of the things that you could add to it
Oh,
that
look,
would
it's the
streamline it
waifu.
and make it
Alex
more like
Vance. My father
a
worked for
modern,
Buck and
streamlined fucking
I'm
Call
sure
of
you
Duty
know.
Halo clone kind of game. I feel like adding those things.
Thank you for
Would make the
dabbing,
game-
Kian, in the chat. And aggressively mediocre. No, this is not the first time I've played it. I've gotten through a decent amount of this game
About half the
before.
game.
World administrator.
I
Yeah.
A little bit
basically
more than half.
forced him to buy the game and play it when it
So
was on sale.
I've played about 7 hours of this game.
Through here.
How long
Is
have
what
you
the
guys
Steam
been
estimate
lawyers?
says.
What time is it? About 7 hours.
Dude, what was the
I
question?
love how Alex turned around and was walking backwards while looking at me right into that door.
That's how cool she is, dude. Alex Vance is like the coolest
Yeah.
fucking character in all
Showing
of
up on
fiction.
This day in particular.
She's such a waifu.
All right, that's not.
She's
that's
she's
an
the she's the
assertion.
coolest character in all of fiction.
Well, geez,
We
stop.
stand-
Didn't her original voice
Having people
didn't
asleep
her original
is
voice
really
actress get replaced for no reason after recording almost all of the dialogue for
Well,
the
geez, stop.
game?
Today we're finally.
Jeez.
Rumors are the reason is because they wanted Alex to sound much younger, and I can see where
She
they're going
sounds
with
the
that.
same. Her voice hasn't
No,
aged.
no, she doesn't. She sounds different. I
Jeez,
like,
Williams,
compared the two of them. She sounds completely different.
Stop.
But okay, here's the
Stop
thing with
displaying
that. It is
your-
kind of shitty to just like.
I'm sorry,
replace
I'm
her
just-
without
I
at
just
least
want you
getting
to
her play
stop.
a younger voice.
I just really want you to stop. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. There's children watching this program. I'm just saying. We need you to stop aggressively spreading your sexuality to everybody else. We don't want to see that.
Stop Half-Life masturbating all over the stream.
Listen, man, fellas, is it gay to simp for a character?
Yes, it is.
Even if trouble does tend to follow in his
Keep
wake,
teleporting that cactus. Wait, David,
You can
teleport
actually
other stuff
destroy
you're
the
not.
teleporter.
you come at a
Okay.
Teleport
If
stuff
you
you're not
overload it.
supposed to teleport, like
just installed the
teleport
final
that
piece
book.
for our resurrection.
Wait,
Yes.
put the book and the cactus on either side so that they get stuck in the middle and become like.
You're
Yes.
supposed to overload
Uh,
the teleporter. Just add as many
Make them a
parts to it.
Tuvix.
Yes.
Man, Gordon, you stirred up the hive.
Fucking love Tuvix.
We can't keep him here long, Tom.
Remember when?
William, do you know about Tuvix?
It's an episode where there's a time travel accident. No, teleporter accident.
No, Star Trek.
It's an episode of Star Trek where there's a teleporter accident where two of our characters, one who is like a very, very logical Vulcan, and the other one who is he's the comic relief character. Of course, most of the time that results him being about as annoying as humanly possible. So it's basically like a boring guy and the most annoying character alive, and there's a teleporter accident where they're combined, and they become like a new person who calls itself Tuvix, who is like apparently better at everything than either of them was, because it mixes both of their good qualities together. And at the end of the episode, the captain of the show just decides to you know, separate them and murder this guy.
Because like, what's fucked up is that Tuvix is not either of those guys, even though he's made of them. He's like a third personality, and he's like, they're like, we're gonna have to undo you so you guys can go back to normal. And Tuvix is like, well, hey, I kind of like being this. I'm cool with that. And they're like, no, it's weird.
Sounds fucking bizarre. By the way, David, you're missing out on all like the action and the commotion happening.
I know.
You've seen it already. Fuck it, dude. Everyone's seen this already. This game's 16 years old. It's
look, I can put on the
head crab going in the vent.
Oh look, I get to watch the suits.
Headhunters!
Oh look, I have the suit on, so it plays the steam noise.
It plays that song that plays when the man has the valve in his head and they don't know who that was, so they can't properly credit him.
Mm-hmm.
That was just some guy off the street.
Yeah, they literally got guys off the street to just like take a picture with the fucking valve in his eye.
Or on the back of his head, right?
Yeah, the back of his head. Dude, okay, the valve...
Socially inept Spider-Man says, my uncultured ass hasn't seen it. Dude, you gotta play this game.
I told you people haven't seen it. You fucking...
Okay, that's on them, though. That's not us. We're not here to, like...
No, shut up.
This is not a long play of... This is not our fucking Half-Life 2 long play. This is a stream.
I broke the teleporter! Yay!
Yeah, I was about to say, the guy with, like, the valve in the back of his head, initially, like... Okay, so in basically every, like, Valve game, which has him, it's just, like, a picture of the back of his head, right? But the initial, like, footage for it would basically be him turning around slowly, and the way the lighting was, it would, like, reflect off his eye, and it would look really fucking menacing. You could see it in, like, the Portal 2 opening, because that's like the only game where they actually had the actual thing. It's terrifying.
Oh no, she's
Cyborg
getting
Diego. Sup,
teleported.
friends? I'm still a Chad. Well, good to hear, Cyborg
Hello,
Diego.
Cyborg Diego. Hope you're having a fun evening. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Bernardo Guarischi.
That's not who I think it is.
Kian says, remember when Gearbox ported the first game to consoles? They did. They ported it to PS2.
Are you ready for
That's how I played this, is because I'm, like, really PC gaming phobic. And I didn't like the fact that there's not really, like, controller support for that game around the time that I was trying to play it. So I was like, oh, fuck it, I'll get the PS2 port, which is not a great port. It's got a lot of weird, like... The controls are really slippery and bizarre, and you have to rebind like all of the buttons for it to be kind of playable. And it doesn't have any like automatic save points, so you just have to fucking quick save every like 10 minutes, like manually. And the PS2 port has.
Oh look! I'm gonna plug the teleporter into our friend. Plug.
Oh, don't have a word like that ever again.
Plug.
I want to
plug this.
Plug.
Yeah, plug it into Barney's plug hole.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey Barney, I'm gonna plug it all up in your port. And then Kleiner is like, Gordon, stop doing that. It's been 20 years. You need to learn that that's funny anymore.
You wanted it to be thrice.
I don't know.
I
the
don't know.
The professor's like,
How many
Gordon,
G-
save
how many
that for the
HR
bedroom. We
violations?
don't want to see it.
Or no, what HR? I don't know how many HR violations we're gonna have. I've reported you so many times, Gordon. We're not even coworkers anymore, and yet you persist.
Just the thought of Bonnie like mentioning HR in like this situation.
No, I was saying
like this
Kleiner would
context.
be saying that.
Oh wait, who did I say?
Barney.
Oh, okay, I meant Kleiner.
Barney's
Just
the
the
one
fact
who's
that we
having
bring up
fun with it.
HR in like the world as it currently is fucking hilarious to me.
Cyborg Diego says, "You make any new The Gamer jokes? You know what? We're gonna let that
yeah.
one rest for a little while. You don't want to overdo it, because then it'll stop being funny."
Before we started streaming, we said that the gamer was secretly Donald Trump, and we're gonna leave it at that.
No, that's not leaving it at that. Let's give him context. We basically shut it down immediately because we're not a fan of that. We're gonna leave it at that.
What? I like zoned out. I was reading the chat. What you guys talking?
So,
you guys
so
talking?
David was like, because remember how before we started, David compared him to Trump, the gamer.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I was providing some context saying that we shut that down.
We were like, no, I don't want the gamer to be that.
And I said, yes, it is. And because I created
said,
the
no, it's
character,
not.
my word is final.
No. I created the character. You guys
No,
helped me
I created
flesh
the
him out.
character.
People have been making jokes about fucking the Joker being a gamer forever.
We live in a
Neither you-
plagiaristic
have this.
society.
Let me have this.
We do not live in a society. We live in a comic book.
Oh look, I'm zooming into his face. Oh look at Barney. Look at those graphics.
Barney Calhoun. Man, the facial animation technology for this game was beyond its time. It still is kind of revolutionary. It still is better than a lot of the stuff that we have now.
Yes, indeed.
And that says a
How
lot.
do they do it? Like, what was their method? Because like there's a lot of different ways to animate face in a video game.
So they create these things called face flexes, which are basically just a bunch of like sliders that like deform a section of the face to like a specific.
Just kind of warps the model.
Yeah, pretty much. And they made like a specific program, like a special software just for that, where basically like depending on how the voices sound, depending on like the waveform of the audio that comes into the software, the face would deform accordingly, and that's how they get it to work.
So it's based on the audio?
Yeah, fairly certain at least. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think that's how they do it.
Well,
Again,
I know
take that
some
with a grain of
games
salt.
like. I think that's actually. I mean, it doesn't look as good, but I think that's actually how Half-Life games do their facial animation. Because like I think it looks a little bit more stiff in those games though. It's not running on Source, so it's like
Which one?
not the Mass Effect game.
Right.
Like I think Mass Effect is running on like some earlier version of Unreal, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, I think they said something about that animation too. Is like it's just based on the audio because there's just so many hundreds of thousands of hours of like dialogue in those fucking games that they just couldn't, they couldn't manually animate all of it realistically. Like
the
there's no
bombastic
way.
Bagman says, "I love the moment in the Joker movie when Arthur said, 'Gamers rise up.'"
That was a really cool moment. I stood up.
Yeah, he says gamers rise up, and then he fucking holds up a controller, and then that guy Murray is like, I hate gamers! God damn it!
And then he got him on a show to like
The
try to
Citadel's on full
humiliate
alert. I've
gamers,
never
and
seen it lit up like
Joker
that.
said,
And then he was like better than him at Counter Strike and embarrassed him on live TV.
It's a dangerous route.
What happens? Hey,
He's like,
Murray, you want another
What's your
joke?
KD ratio, Murray?
Looks like you didn't
what
defuse the bomb in
happens?
time.
What
Murray.
happens when you
Back in
mix
Black
a
Mesa.
mentally ill gamer
Good luck
with a
out there.
society that doesn't respect gaming culture?
You get what you fucking deserve.
You get fucking pwned.
Oh man, I'm so glad I came up with that.
No, you didn't. Bitch, I did.
Yeah, BioWare. Yeah, I remember BioWare gave their engine to the. It was Unreal, and they gave out like their specific build of like facial animation and like character animation to the guys who did The Witcher, as someone says. Oh, chat is man. And I remember I saw that too. Someone was explaining why the character animation in The Witcher, like they have like almost procedural animations for what characters are doing during dialogue scenes, and like the blocking and camera movement is like also kind of randomized just based on the audio. So like they have like all these different random poses and things characters can do, like leaning against a post or gesturing with their hand a specific way, and like they just built so many of them that you don't even notice after a while.
Woo.
Stream offline.
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh god! Oh, there we go. Are we back? Or I think we're back.
I don't. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, we're back. Hey.
I'm running away.
Okay, Michael Cahal says the gamer joke is literally 20 years old. I know, but the joke is I'm taking credit for it because I'm just that asshole.
He's holding on to it because he doesn't have anything else in his life.
My cat is in the room.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
Socially inept
Get out of
Spider-Man
here, Nick
says,
Nolte.
"My favorite moment was when Arthur said, "What do you get when you cross a reactionary gamer with who's sad his Tifa titties aren't unrealistically large in the remake? You get the quartering." That's a good one.
I don't even know who.
The
I don't
quarter.
really know who that guy is, other than everyone doesn't like him.
The quartering, he's the YouTuber who, like, when Michael Giacono, you know, the composer of Star Trek and some other stuff, when he said "fuck Hitler," the quartering replied on Twitter like, "Yep, and there it is." Like, apparently it's a bad thing that he was saying Hitler.
Oh, he's the guy who said "yikes" at the phrase "fuck Hitler."
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that was him. I still don't get why that's a yikes.
why is that a yeah? That's like saying "fuck cannibals."
Yikes, dude. You've gone too far.
I remember there's this old bit in a Two Best Friends Play video where Matt says, "Man, fuck cannibals, dude," and then Pat is like, "Oh, you're taking a hardline stance against that demographic?" And he's like, "Yeah, if you're a cannibal, you're unsubscribed." It's Anna!
Welcome, Anna.
Hello, Anna.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Cute girl. Everyone tell her how impressive and cool I am.
I hope she's dabbing in the chat. I really hope she's dabbing in the chat.
Oh, she showed up and now people are dabbing.
Anna says me and my brother are watching.
She doesn't even have to dab herself anymore.
Yeah.
She just shows up and the dabbing happens.
Hashtag dab gang.
David, I was hoping you'd just fuck around and get run over by the train on purpose.
Okay, this level I wrote
That's
about.
like
it
a
for,
really like
one of my
2014
like,
thing for me to do.
Like one
Okay.
of my assignments. I could tell you like everything about it. I could tell you what it does and why it does it and why it's effective. I can go on and on about why this level is so good.
I did a paper like that for film school for a scene in the film Upgrade.
Which one?
Upgrade.
Oh, you loser.
Okay, so
I wrote
this
a 30-page paper on the scene where he first gets his mechanical implants that let him walk again.
you know I haven't seen Upgrade. Isn't it like Venom?
It's no.
Not really that. Well, it came out first. It's more like Venom is like weirdly, coincidentally, kind of like Upgrade, even though the Upgrade has nothing to do with Venom.
It's like the less good version of Venom.
Okay. Yeah, Venom is not as good as Upgrade.
Yeah, that's
Upgrade's
what I meant.
fucking amazing. Upgrade is cinema.
I think I like the Invisible Man better. if we're talking about that
I do too.
director.
I agree with that. If we're talking like just which one had a more compelling story, but like I really dig the aesthetic and the visual style as well as the action scenes.
I can't
like
wait.
There's a lot of stuff about Upgrade that's just really visually memorable.
I can't wait for the Upgrade TV show.
Oh, fuck! I forgot about that. I don't want that. I feel like that's gonna be bad. And like, it's gonna. Do you think they'll even get any of the cast from the movie back for it?
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like none of them are even gonna fight for that. That sounds like the most '90s thing ever. Is let's make a spin-off TV show for a movie that had like a really firm ending that doesn't really leave the possibility.
I mean, they
a
tried to
sequel.
do that. I mean, that's what a lot of TV shows are right now, because they're doing the TV adaptation of Snowpiercer. They're doing the They did for one season they did a TV adaptation of Jason Bourne, which they called it Treadstone.
For you, huh? Good thing you found us.
And then they're also doing like that sort of thing with this one too.
I don't know if you guys could hear that, but that was an ambulance.
Underground Railroad. Main station.
Hopefully you guys didn't, because that was really loud.
Thank you for dabbing.
I heard a
Ian,
little tiny
Social
bit.
Inept Spider-Man,
Okay.
and Cyborg
Cyborg
Diego.
Diego says, "Hey X, as a fan of those books and games, sometimes when I'm playing The Witcher 3, some of the animations look Telltale-esque. Well, I mean, there's only so many ways you can animate someone like having a casual conversation, you know, like there's like really only a limited list of like hand gestures you make when you're just talking, you know. So I would imagine there would be some overlap with that are like, let's just have really elongated dialogue segment.
Yeah, for real. For real.
Oh no, we got the loop
okay.
stuck in the background.
They made a Clerks sitcom pilot. I haven't heard of it. I know a show that was really short-lived. I didn't know they did a pilot. That's fun.
Yo, this section of the level is by far my favorite, and you'll see why. David, you have to destroy the wood.
I love that.
You say that I have to
placement is
destroy the
also
wood
really
after
funny.
I.
There's only one opening in all of those boards, and it's a stone block, and
that?
you have to break through everything around it.
The bird flying into the barnacle is an invisible tutorial that basically shows the player what the enemy is,
How that works.
how they react,
Yeah.
and how to avoid them. And that's fucking genius, because unlike other games that like basically give you exposition and tell you what that is, how they work, etc., etc., this one just shows it to you, and you make the link in your head that, okay, I have to avoid it that way. And it's good. It's genius. I love it.
You know, actually, that's funny. That reminds me, in Resident Evil, there's another enemy called Blickers that have these long tongues that they like lash you with these big claws. There's a moment where you can find like a note laying around, like I would say a good 10 to 15 minutes before you encounter one that tells you what it is and how it works. And it's like, okay, it has these really long claws, it can climb on the ceiling, it has a tongue, it has no eyes, so if you just walk really quietly, it won't even know you're there. Like, it just lays everything out for you in a little instructional thing that's like supposed to be written by a character in game, and then you see it, and then it's just like it's like the exact opposite of what that little.
Show don't tell isn't just a movie for everything, and Half-Life is basically.
Bro, don't tell.
A good example of visual storytelling in a video game. So there's just so much that they do with like the character animation and like the script sequences. Kian says, "Scrubs, please stop nerding out."
Kian, shut the fuck up.
I'm doing a lot of these like close-ups and like fucking what would you call them?
I would
Reactions,
call
I
that
guess, or just-
ASMR.
Okay, I'm doing a lot of those, and I probably should.
Soshi Inept says, for some reason I can never get into The Witcher. I can spend 500 hours on Horizon, but I can spend 500 hours on Horizon. I totally get that, man. I have different like attention spans for different things. Like it's really hard for me to watch like a certain amount of like certain types of TV shows, while as other stuff I can just watch for like days on end and not get bored. Like, well, and then also I have a hard time really playing long video games these days. Like the shorter the game, like the easier it is for me to kind of like care about it lately.
So I bet that's why you really love.
That station was raided, but
I'll bet you really love Resident Evil 3 then, the remake.
Oh, okay. Like I've said it before, is Resident Evil 2 remake is the perfect length. It's like long enough. Same with RE7. It's long enough that you can like kind of just fuck around with it and just explore for a long amount of time and like really like savor it. But it's also short enough that if you wanted to like just really just speed through and just like get it out of the way, you could beat it in like 5 hours max. While as Resident Evil 3, the remake that just came out like a couple months ago, it is so clearly like just they cut out way too much and rushed it and like just didn't take their time, that like it's like a 3-hour game if you like run through it. Not like speed run through it, because like I mean you could beat like Half-Life 2 in like 45 minutes if you do a bunch of dumb bullshit. I mean like just a quick normal playthrough, you could probably beat it in like 3 hours, and that's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Because like the original was already too short already, and then they were like, okay, let's take this game that's too short and like feels really starved for content and make it even shorter, just like cinematic now.
I don't mind games being cinematic. Again, as long as there's gameplay and shit.
Well, no. It's like, because I'm saying that's like the only thing it has.
Oh, right, okay.
It's
sorry,
the original one is. The original Resident Evil games are almost like adventure-style puzzle games,
right.
And the new ones are a lot more, you know, cinematic, big budget, you know, kind of PlayStation sort of games. You know, like God of War, Your Last of Us, like something like that is what they're aiming for, and like that's really all that's like special about Resident Evil 3 is that it's just a little bit more like a movie than the original.
Ooh, what's this?
Also, let's see. Cyborg Diego says, wouldn't an upgrade TV show be just like a Black Mirror episode script that they stretch for a season that's too long? Yeah. It's a premise that works great for a 2-hour movie. I can't see that being a TV season unless they add a lot of extra shit.
Speaking of which, I think you know a really good sort of TV episode type movie thing is that there is a TV show on a movie that's on Amazon right now. It's 90 minutes. It's called The Vast of Night. I think it's some pretty good stuff.
Oh.
It's like styled like after like a Twilight Zone episode, and that's what the framing device is like watching it like on a TV. It's like a little 90-minute movie, and it's like about this radio guy and this switchboard operator in a rural New Mexico town who like discovers some weird radio signals going on. And it's really interesting because it's all like almost one take, the whole thing, because it's just very sort of like,
oh wow,
it's almost all one take, but it's kind of like there's this one part in the middle that's like this really fun part that's almost one take, and it's just all about like it's about like sort of long monologues, and it feels very sort of small scale, but it's kind of well executed direction wise, so it's a pretty cool little movie. I recommend it.
All right, I'll have to add that to the list. I'll check that out sometime.
Don't you dare not watch it.
I will do whatever I want. Also, you know what? I was just about to say, I realized something about like TV show formats versus movie formats that like bothers the fuck out of me. Is artificially stuffing your cast of characters with a bunch of extra people who don't need to be there, so that you can make the episodes like stretch out for a season.
You know, I agree.
Like, that's why I hate the Flash TV show.
You know,
the Flash is a single solo superhero. Let's give him 3 sidekicks.
I absolutely agree. This is why I didn't like Avengers Endgame.
Oh.
Okay, you know what? I don't disagree with
if that's applicable.
I thought I loved it at first, but upon remeditation.
I haven't watched
Wasn't
Avengers Endgame a second time. There's like my routine with MCU movies is to pretty much just watch them once.
Yeah.
Because like they don't hold up great on a second viewing, but like they're really fun and cool on the first one. So like, I think the only recent MCU movie I've more than once was Spider-Man Far From Home, because I saw it in the theater and then I was on like 22-hour flight to meet Anna. And I was like, might as fucking well. So I watched it like again, and then I think half of another time on the way back.
Did it hold up?
Oh wait, I remember. It's because there was that fucking the movie was sponsored by the airline, and so they made a big deal about how like that's why I watched it. I didn't choose to watch it. It was like a mandatory thing that they played. Like
they forced me to watch it.
Yeah, I remember now. It's all coming back to me. It happened for a lot of that trip. I never actually slept, but for 22 hours, I was kind of awake.
David, you have to sprint and run. Like crouch and jump. Yeah, sprint.
No, he just has to believe in himself.
Yeah, you almost did it. You almost did it.
But okay, so like there was like this big instructional video about like flight safety, about like putting your seatbelt on and like what to do in an emergency, and it was like with Spider-Man characters, and it was like really cringy and embarrassing. And then also like there was like several ads for the airline with Spider-Man in them that would play before it played. And then in the movie there's just this big fat shot where he's like very clearly in the same airplane that I am. It's like, oh, okay, all right. Or at least
you mean like Turkish Airlines?
TVs.
You mean like that Turkish Airlines bit in Justice League or Batman vs Superman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was an airline commercial. That was like the time they saw Bruce Wayne was an airline commercial where he's like pretending to be Bruce Wayne sponsoring the airline.
Yeah.
At least it was kind of cool and meta in that.
It was, yeah.
Like that. That's at least more creative than. Wow, that plane just like hovers like 5 feet over your face, then flies off.
By the way, remember the 2 helicopters at the start of this level that you could see flying in front of the Citadel? Yeah, well that's them now. Feel old yet?
They're here to kick your ass.
Well, it was a foreshadowing at first. That's another thing that I forgot to remark on.
They're here to
that
ask my
last leg of my trip, the in-flight movies were like mandatory. Like I don't know why, but I think I just couldn't turn the TV off for whatever reason on the chair. But I could switch which movie it was playing, so it was either watch Far From Home again or watch Godzilla King of the Monsters again. I ended up watching both all the way through, and then the flight was lasting so long that I was like, all right, I guess I'll watch the first half of Godzilla King of the Monsters again.
That sounds like really fucking annoying. I hate that.
Yeah, it was boring.
I really hated the bit in I really hate I had to do a bunch of intercontinental flights recently too for going to Spain and then running away from Spain because of a global pandemic. So so that was fun.
Fuck.
But because of that, I really realized how much I really hate that there's so many screens everywhere. In like a plane, it just really bothers me. It's like
because it's so bright. Like when you close all the windows, pitch black in the plane, but everyone has the screens on, so it's just this blue glow everywhere.
Yeah, and it's hard for you to sleep, and it's also and like you I will admit, it was really nice on my last flight, which was from Chicago to Denver, because I was alone in my row at the back of the plane, so I didn't have to ask anybody else to turn off their thing. I just fucking turned them all off for them. Like, my whole row, and it's just like, yes! Finally! A peace from the screens.
I don't know if you guys could relate, but every time I get in an airplane, I can't sit comfortably just because of how tall I am. Like, I always have to, like, position
I can't
myself
relate to that, bro.
really
I mean,
awkwardly.
I'm average sized, and I'm also
like
uncomfortable
6'2".
in a plane.
Well, I mean, I'm uncomfortable. It's not that I'm tall is the problem. It's just that seats don't, like, recline very far, so it feels like you're sitting on, like, 2 planks of wood. One is vertical and one is horizontal.
Also, I'm the kind of person
I have
that
to position myself awkwardly, and I hate it.
I'm also the kind of person that I can't. I'm not the person to sit still, so I like to constantly change my posture or position, and I can't do that effectively.
It's annoying.
Yeah, and
every time I get in
asks Xavier, do you like pancakes?
No, he's a waffles
They're
man.
fine. I'm not really. I'm not part either. I'm not a breakfast food kind of guy.
Yeah, you're eating an entire container of pepperoni at 3 in the morning kind of guy.
Oh, dude, same. Hell yeah.
That's sometimes living in poverty. Sometimes you're just like, I need protein. What do I have? A bag of pepperoni and nothing else. Alright, fine. Fuck it. I'll eat that with some tap water.
Wow.
That's dinner.
Milk hates mornings
Things
and
are not
breakfast.
that bad currently, but there was a time in high school where we were that poor.
Milk says that milk hates mornings and breakfast. That seems pretty weird for milk.
I think we all do.
What are you,
I
Garfield?
really love evenings and afternoons because that's when, like, the world is at its
Let's
prettiest.
all just convert to a cycle of waking up at noon or, like, later before the workday starts.
I did that last year at one point. My sleep schedule got so fucked, I would wake up at, like, I want to say 9 p.m. And so by the time I'm, like, I've had quote-unquote breakfast, and, like, you know, my daily social nutrition, it would already be, like, sunset, and I would just, like, sit outside and watch the sunset as the sky changes its color.
Well, like,
And it'd
for
be really
some, like,
fucking
some
cool.
of my college classes start at, like, 7 p.m., so, like,
Oh,
that's
same.
kind of what my schedule was like for a little while, is, like, I would have classes at, like, and it would alternate days. So there would be classes at around maybe, like, 3 p.m., which is, like, not very early either. And then other days it would be like, yeah, just come in, like, 6 or whatever. Like, the sun would be going down by the time I got to class, and it would be, like, the dead of night by the time I would leave. Some
Evening
days
class
for
gang.
certain classes. Like, one of my English classes last year, I would just go home, like, really, really late at night. It was just kind of a pain in the ass. I in class, but at the same time, it's kind of boring and annoying to, like...
You cut out there.
I was saying is it was nice that I was, like, active and awake for class, but going home at 10 p.m. or something was, like, irritating, because then you're just awake, like, all night and really, like, active and ready to go, and you don't know what to do with your time now.
I'm the same, or at least I used to be. But then I started, like, getting into the habit of exploring the city. It's like, you know, just seeing what it has, because that's where my uni is.
At night?
Yeah. You know,
oh my
contrary
god,
to-
you and I are very different people. I could never
contrary
explore
to how
the
it
city.
feels. Contrary to how it feels, it isn't that unsafe. I don't know. I can't.
Okay,
speak
you
for
know
America,
what?
but in
All right.
Australia,
Here's the difference.
it's
Is
not.
also you gotta think of it is that Australia and all of the hazards are like nature, like your giant 15-foot tall spiders or drop bears or your parasitic super snakes. while as here it's the people. In America, the greatest monster is man.
The greatest threat right now.
I would get
ourselves.
mugged and beat up after like 5 minutes if I walked around the city. Just
Oh, like don't get me
alone.
wrong. There is a risk of that always, but it just I've never had any bad encounters.
Yeah, me
Like
neither.
when I first started exploring the city, it wasn't at night. Obviously, it was like during the daytime. But the more comfortable I got with the city, like its paths and its streetways and all that, I started to get more comfortable exploring it at night, just going to different areas.
Also, the one thing that's kind of crazy about the U.S. versus like every other developed country is that like it's changing recently because of like gentrification and stuff like that. But the way it used to be is that the city center was the part that you didn't go to because it was the part that nobody would go to and would be full of crime, versus like in every other city where the outskirts are where you don't go.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's because of racism, which is of course not topical in any way whatsoever for current events.
This game where you're being shot at by a bunch of police officers and there's cameras flying around following you.
Facial recognition and all that stuff.
You know, that was actually a plot point at one point. I don't know what it was called.
The idea of Twitter is still around in City 17 and these robots are just live tweeting what's going on.
Dr. Breen is up in his citadel, bored as fuck, wanting some attention.
He's just scrolling on his phone. Gordon Freeman! Holy shit!
Tweeting out, felt cute, might delete later, and it's him, and he's like, in his robe, like, in a fucking conference call with like, one of the Combine officers and shit.
Do you think there's Twitch streamer thoughts in this
You gotta
universe?
check alien Twitter! What, huh?
Imagine if aliens get the Twitter. Like, the Combine just have their own, like, Twitter accounts.
Ah,
and
yes.
start tweeting.
Humans invented this thing. We love it because we are also evil and have no...
Felt cute,
This
might invade Twitter.
website is good for us.
It's good for us because we are just as racist against the humans as the humans are against each other.
They're taking a selfie of the planet behind them with the caption of, felt cute, might invade later.
Oh,
And,
no.
sending it out to everyone on Earth as, like, a threat.
Cops be like,
And then everyone...
felt cute, might
Everyone
commit
on
war
Twitter-
crimes later.
Oh, gee, okay, alright, guys, alright. Okay, alright. People need a little bit of escapist entertainment. Be careful.
This is topical! This is relevant to Half-Life! Because that's literally what they did! The Black Mesa
Cyborg
explosion is the
Diego
reason
says-
why, like, they invaded us.
It's so weird how many of these non-political videos are so relevant. Almost as if they are political. Man, SJW's ruined Half-Life 2.
I
Oh my
agree.
god, can you
100%.
imagine if Half-Life 2 came out, like, in modern day?
Today. Oh
Yeah.
man, this game, like... Dude,
Not
this
even
game
Half-Life
would
2,
be
Half-Life
so...
1! Because Half-Life 1 also had, like, a lot of police brutality-esque stuff. Because, like, the military would just kill off innocent, like...
Oh yeah, the
scientists.
military goes in and just starts killing all the witnesses
Because
instead
they
of
got
the agents.
orders from, like, the president or some shit. Or, like, whoever it is that's ordering them around.
It's like that scene from Kingsman 2 where the president is like, so this drug lord poisoned all the drugs so that everybody who takes drugs is gonna die. So that doesn't mean that I'm gonna negotiate with her to legalize drugs. It means that all the drug people are gonna die. So I'm gonna win the drug war. Remember that in that completely apolitical movie series, Kingsman: The Secret Service?
Directed by insert director name.
I'm trying to think if there's anything that, like, major video games that really are just apolitical. Because, like, even, like, Resident Evil, like, the Umbrella Corporation...
If you
is,
think
like,
about
a
it,
big
Super Mario's a
kind of-
communist, really.
You know, everything...
Resident Evil is critical of, like, big pharma and, like, unjust human experimentation, and also, like, the military, like, the US military is portrayed as kind of evil in the first couple of games, where they were, like, trying to buy the zombie virus from Umbrella, and it becomes, like, a big point of controversy in the, like, universe of those games, where, like, the U.S. is trying to hide that they were kind of in bed with this evil super corporation, and then other people are like trying to expose the truth of that.
Well, that's the thing. What constitutes as apolitical? Like, everything is political.
Just has like nothing to say about like the current state of the world.
No, apolitical is a. I'll tell you what apolitical is according to the gamer. According to the gamer, apolitical is it doesn't challenge my worldview.
No. It's not even that, okay? It doesn't have a black main character.
Or a woman.
Okay, that rules Half-Life out. Alex Vance is white. Half black, half Asian.
Well, that's super political then.
Yeah, we can't have that. It's gonna corrupt the fucking.
It's gonna corrupt the
Yeah,
youth.
my kids are gonna be biracial.
Yeah.
That's
Man,
interesting to think about.
those are some scrubs.
I want to make a joke about that, but nothing comes to mind.
Why don't you scrub this one, huh? And then aggressively grabs at his crotch in like an insulting manner.
Why don't you scrub this one out?
Sounds like Trevor from GTA.
Yeah, there you go.
Someone asks, have you guys played Half-Life Alyx? No, but I am the
No.
only one who has seen anything about it.
I've actively avoided it because I don't want to get spoiled on it, but also like I really do want to just experience that game at some point, but I do not have VR stuff or a computer that could probably handle that game. So I'm waiting with bated breath, hoping someday they'll be nice enough to put it on PSVR, because that's like more in my price range. And I do have PSVR because my dad got it for me for Christmas last year. I've used it a total of like 6 times since then, because it's like it's kind of not fun to play by. It's just like VR games aren't really fun to play by yourself. It's fun to play in like a party setting where you have like friends around and you're taking turns.
So it's like playing Wii.
Yeah. And aggressively mediocre. I'm not having kids currently, but at some point in the near future, possibly, maybe.
I think Anna's in the chat, so maybe she could
interesting to
she could add some
Anna!
feedback on that.
Anna, you want to get down? You want to, you know what I'm saying? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, yeah.
If she says no,
I'm
just
good
give her
for
one
it if you're good for it. Ah!
And it just starts like.
She hasn't said
busting
anything.
them.
She probably left the
it's like
stream
a
to go play
30-second
Monster.
delay.
She probably left the stream to go play Monster Hunter. Oh, it does.
She's watching the stream with her brother. She would never do such a thing.
She plays Monster Hunter World so much she doesn't love me anymore.
You got cucked by Monster Hunter.
Our relationship was going great until she got Monster Hunter World.
It's rolling.
Now it's
on
all
the
gone bad. But anyway, no, I'm not having kids at the moment.
Oh no, I'm dying
In
of
the
air.
next couple of years, maybe I'm down for it. Climb back up, you stupid swim man. You're gonna suffer.
Xavier, are you gonna play Iron Man VR? Says social.
I guess, maybe.
You sounded so like. You sounded so aggravated when you said that.
Woo.
I guess.
Whatever.
That's how I feel.
guess.
Maybe you should.
What do you mean? You're gonna have kids? You were a virgin, Xavier. I have plenty of kids because I'm a Chad. Well, why aren't you paying your child support, Gerald? You have mouths to feed.
Woo, what's this?
I love how that's not Xavier, David's response.
That's my response to anything now.
It is, and I blame myself.
Child support payments. Ooh, what's this?
Opens Bill. Ooh, woo, what's this?
Oh no, Mr. Tax Collector, don't take all my monies, X3.
Ooh, woo. Rawr.
Roar.
Rawr. That means I love you in dinosaur.
Man, the Scene Kids need to come back. Everything's since they left.
The what kid?
The
Scene.
Scene Kids.
What's
Remember with all their weird straightened hair that always had the texture of like looked like it was burned by the hair straightener. It just always had the most like fucking weirdly fried like split ends and everything.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
Frosted tips.
No, that's a different era.
And that's
An era we
2000.
can leave behind.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
blame you, Xavier. Iron Man is the best one since Kingpin. I wouldn't want to play as him either. But the best Marvel villain is still Skip, obviously.
Obviously, Skip Westcott is the
Skip
best
Westcott.
Skip
I regret
Westcott. Skip Westcott.
bringing Skip Westcott into more mainstream attention. I shouldn't have done that.
Why did you say that?
Just because, like, it's used for evil now.
Like it wasn't before.
I mean, like, it was a little bit, but now it's a lot of...
Hey,
Yeah.
you're Freeman, aren't you? We got word you were coming.
Anakin Skywalker is an epic
You
game.
got here at a
He
bad
sure
time.
is.
Don't say that!
Why else do you think he was acting like a fucking bitch in episode 3?
No, I'm doing my
It's
Anakin
Obi-Wan.
Skywalker impression. Obi-Wan
yeah.
doesn't respect me! He wants to take away my fucking Xbox!
Obi-Wan, the Jedi Council confiscated my controller! Tell him to give it back!
We're the Emperor! He lets me play rated M
Get
games!
out of here.
The Emperor gives me a controller and he buys me consoles. What do you guys do? You guys just fucking
The
take it.
Emperor
You
doesn't.
just took away my headset so I can only play with my friends and party!
You said you would let me play, but you didn't plug in my controller.
Obi-Wan, there
The
was
Emperor
30
is gonna
minutes
give
left
me
on
a
the
helmet that
timer.
has the headset built in, and they put on the dark. It's like,
Hey guys, can you hear me now? Yeah, I know it's a little muffled. It's a new headset. Hey guys,
The
so,
Darth Vader
you
costume is
wanna,
like the epic
you want-
gamer like setup.
you wanna load up Rock?
Okay, that's our new sequel to the gamer. Is Anakin Gamer, Darth Gamer.
The Darth Vader suit is like the epic gamer setup. Like it's every gamer's dream.
And then there's the scene in Empire Strikes Back where he's where the room extends down around him. That's his epic gamer setup, and he's got a gamer chair in there.
the big pod opens, and then like the claw lowers down his helmet. There's a big Turtle Beach logo on it.
He's sitting on an exclusive Razor 3000 chair.
Jacques says you're welcome for the meme because he just said Anakin is a gamer, and we just went off. And then that's right. He chokes Padme, so he's a real gamer.
Padme's like, the games are destroying our marriage, and he's like, no, fuck you! And then he starts choking her.
I don't need to go take out the trash. I need to fix Matt.
I don't have a problem.
Just one more.
ratio is shit, Padme. Do you understand what that feels like? How emasculating that is?
Just one more Overwatch
I
game.
can finally take on the Emperor one-on-one. I can
Just one
finally
Overwatch-
quickscope him.
Just one more Overwatch round, Padme.
I'm getting so good with Genji. You don't even know.
I finally get to be Tracer. Do you understand what this means?
I've been trying to be Tracer for so long, Obi-Wan.
The Emperor keeps taking it away and promising it to me when I get to 50 kills and 0 deaths. I'm finally there. Do you not see what this means?
I've ascended to a new form of gamer.
I have awoken.
And yet, my favorite thing about this is that every other character surrounding him is exactly the way they are. They're all just baffled. Everything else is just Star Wars, and he's the only one saying these things. Obi-Wan's like, Anakin, I don't know what you're saying. What are these words? Why are you so upset?
You don't understand. No one ever understands me. Only the Emperor understands me. He gives me what I want. He listens to my needs. And then Obi-Wan's just like,
get out of my room! I'm playing StarCraft!
Anakin, the Emperor has been taken hostage by what's his name? I forgot his name.
Darth Sidious?
Counselor,
not Sidious. Count
Dooku.
What's his name? Yeah.
My parents always call Count Dooku Count Dooku, so it just sort of rubbed off on me.
Oh,
Count
no.
Dooku.
Wait, what if he sees like all the kids in the whole like classroom? They're all playing mobile games, and then they're like,
Mr. Skywalker, would you like to play with us on the mobile games?
Would you like to play Candy Crush with us?
Would you like to play Candy Crush with us? They're very real games. And then he's just quietly standing there, and then the lightsaber turns on.
I'll tell you what you do. And then he fucking kills all
Get some fucking real video games,
virgin!
He calls this 12-year-old a virgin and then leaves the room without killing anyone. and when he runs out the door, he goes, yeah!
He kills their sense of pride.
It's all they needed.
That's enough to get them to make the Jedi Academy.
He destroyed an entire generation of Jedi.
Oh my god, dude!
When he shat on mobile games in front of those little kids.
What if like the Jedi and the Sith are like the different types of like gaming clans? Like you have the FaZe clan, and then you have the whatever like other clans exist, and that's the Jedi and the Sith.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
It's like the Jedi Academy is what do you call it?
MLG Wars.
Yeah. It's like the FaZe Clan base, right? Like that's a Jedi Academy. They teach kids to be like FaZe Clan members, and the Sith are like whatever like enemy FaZe has.
There once was a Sith Lord who believed that with the power of MLG, you could score a KD ratio in the positive. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a scrub lord Jedi.
The younglings have been playing too much Fortnite. That's what they're doing. They're all in the room playing Fortnite together, and he's like, "You got an MLG
game, you posers."
Anakin opens the room to where the younglings are, and he sees them chanting, "We like Fortnite."
It's a lightsaber.
We dropping together, and they're saying, "Where are we dropping, Anakin?" The only thing that's dropping is you.
The only place you're dropping is in hell, you piece of shit.
And he's got the gaming headset on.
Oh my god.
Cyborg Diego says the Jedi Academy place for Quan and the Sith are a bunch of tryhards.
The Jedi Academy go GG after every game, and the fucking the Sith
just shout slurs.
They
accuse everyone. That's bullshit. He used ball hacks. I had that headshot.
And it's just him like walking around in Spawn doing nothing.
And then the Kashyyyk scene is when they have a multiplayer game with the furry clan.
So Chewbacca has like the Sonic Fox hat on?
Oh my god, Chewbacca is Sonic Fox!
That's fucking perfect!
Oh,
Hey, look, there's
Oh,
the
dude.
G-man. There's the G hole. There's the G spot.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You know you.
You know why I tell you that? Because I made that
Sith-
joke once. Nobody laughed.
Anakin chokes Padme in a heated gamer moment.
Oh my god.
Cyborg Diego says, guys. Off his son's hand.
What's that?
Why did Darth Vader cut off Luke's
Oh.
hand then in the story? I don't know. Why? That's for us to come. That's for us to come up with.
Oh, it's because he was playing mobile games and he's like, I won't have that. And then he turned to like the extreme fucking like mentality.
No,
of
no,
everyone.
that's too easy. You know what?
That's too...
He's
Well,
like,
you think of something.
It's gotta be more than. It's gotta be something special.
He beat him in a round of Fortnite, and then he got really mad.
Like Vader starts playing the game Adventure.
The
I
game
have
that he
become what I
hates.
so despised.
I have become what I've sworn to destroy. So then he versus his son in a 1v1 of Fortnite, and his son wins, and he gets really fucking heated, and he cuts off his hand.
No. Luke says COD is bad. No. How about Luke says Black Ops is shit and like Modern Warfare is better, and then Vader's like, how dare you?
no,
CSGO is better than COD, you piece of shit. What the fuck did you say? COD! And then he cuts off his hand. That's the story.
no. It's that Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hand to stop him from masturbating.
You know, I was gonna make something like that.
No,
but
he's a gamer.
that was too easy.
So like he's supposed to.
No, because he doesn't want him
David,
to.
you're playing a video game and masturbate right now, okay? Don't be a hypocrite.
How dare you expose me like this?
just under the desk. He's like you can't hear him because all of the dialogue is pre-recorded. So
Yeah.
like all of his responses are things that you guessed we would be saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's good at that. He's got a good intuition about these things. But like
So you know
if
it's
David
not
turned
bad.
on his actual microphone right now and you heard the real audio, it'd just be
Gordon Freeman!
oh!
Listen, the only person that I can give it off to anymore is Gordon Freeman.
Imagine being so jaded that all you have left is Gordon Freeman.
He's the only thing that's good left in the world. Everything else has been taken away from me by the SJWs.
No way! Luke said he was happy with the ending of Mass Effect 3. He's like, I don't even think they needed that DLC. Fine the way it was.
And then Darth Vader's like, you fucking imprint! How do you like the ending now?
No!
This is the ending to your days using that hand.
What am I supposed to do?
I just heard some kind of like loud crashing noise downstairs, and then everyone like laughing hysterically in my house. What's going on?
Are they watching this video?
No, they don't care about this nerd shit. We're
their
probably playing Mortal
chats.
Kombat.
David, you
Milk
suck at
says,
driving.
David, you suck at driving. I was gonna say it!
Shut the fuck up!
Shut up.
I will fight you and
Only Xavier can make fun of me.
It's stronger than your dark side, Darth Cuck.
Alright, guys, can we talk about the fact that Rey and Kylo Ren are related? Because it bothers me, okay?
I'm sorry, what?
Rey and Kylo Ren are related because the Emperor is Luke's father. Or no, Anakin's father. Anakin's father is the Emperor. Yeah. That makes them like cousins.
Hold on. When was this?
There is a canon. There's a canon Star Wars comic in the New Time where they point out that fucking the Emperor used the Force to impregnate Shmi Skywalker. Like, he just... So technically he is the father. Right? So, like... So, I feel like the movies didn't know about that or care about that, because, like, fuck it, who cares about the canon? Whatever. You know? So, like, they just ignored it, but, like, there's a big chunk of Star Wars lore that's like, yeah, Palpatine is actually Anakin's dad secretly, kinda, via magic shit.
Oh, look, it's me after I finish this game.
I know. Oh, okay, we had to wait for you to get there. We had to wait for you to... Because of the stream delay. You know what, David, can you just kill everyone in the room with your crowbar?
Why?
I tried doing
Bombastic
that.
AR pointed out incest is pretty common in Star Wars. Okay, you know what?
Okay.
They didn't know it was incest until after.
Well, here's the thing. You can make the same
They didn't know it was incest until it was too late.
You can make the same argument
Look, I mean, that's the same excuse that Oedipus Rex gave, and look how that worked out for him.
Wait, who?
No!
Okay, so, Scrubs, you don't know the story about Oedipus, Oedipus Rex, the Greek tragedy, do you? Do you? I'm just saying, do you know about Oedipus? Like, Oedipus complex.
I have a feeling this is a joke, but I don't know for certain.
No, this is like one of the seminal moments of Greek tragedy, which is, so the story of Oedipus, it's like a series of plays, but I'll tell you what the relevant part is, which is that, so there's this king of a city in Greece called Corinth, right? And he goes to the oracle, and the oracle tells him that the son that your wife is pregnant with will kill you. So they're like, oh fuck, that's terrible, we gotta do something about this. So then they do.
Yeah.
What do I do? Crap. What do I do?
Oh, he got lost in the puzzle.
No.
Keep talking about Oedipus, man. Something that most streams wouldn't get to this topic.
Okay, so with Oedipus, what happens is that, so the king of Corinth and his wife are like, fuck, we gotta do something about this to get rid of, the bad things. So then...
This baby who will murder someone.
This baby who will murder us. So then, no, and the prophecy also says that he'll marry his mother or something like that. So then... So then the king says, okay, we gotta, like, kill this baby or send him away or something. So then they tell, like, one of their servants to, like, kill this kid, like, bring it away. But then the servant was like, fuck, I can't kill a kid, that's terrible. So then
there's the turret, David. There's a bunch of guys coming down the hall.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about incest. I need to focus. So then they said, and then, of course, the kid's name is Oedipus. They send him away, right? And then the
servant who's supposed to get rid of the babby child.
But the servant can't get it in. Doesn't have it in him to murder the babby child. So then he just like sends him away to like a rural village where he thinks he can't do anything. So then Oedipus grows up not knowing who his true ancestry is. So he just does it. He's living his life. And then he's like, at one point he's like, he also goes to the prophecy and he says, you will become king of this thing or whatever. So then he's just like, oh cool, I'll be king, so I gotta go on an adventure and become a king like they told me to. And then
so he storms this kingdom and he kills the king.
No, so he's just on the side of the road in Greece. He's just walking along the road, like you do. And then on the other side of the road comes his father, the king. Of course, he doesn't know that it's his father, and then his father's like just like a total asshole to him. So he's like, "Man, fuck you, old man," and then he kills him. And then he and then he goes to the city that was his family or Thebes or whatever, And then he's like, and then the people there are like, oh yeah, like we don't know what to do. Our king is dead. He was killed by some rando, and like we're in the middle of a plague. So then he becomes the king by doing some important thing, and then he marries the queen, which is his mother. And then they have.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
Oh.
So like they have several children, and then like.
Oh.
And then, like, 30 years later, there's, like, a plague on the city because of what he did. And he has to, like, discover what he did to do this. And then he, like, when he finally discovers what he did, he, like, he blinds himself in both eyes out of, like, disgust, and he, like, isolates himself as a beggar. And then after that, more shit happens, but I don't remember that.
That's fucking disturbing. Why would you bring that up?
That's Greek tragedy. Greek tragedy.
I don't even
was...
know how we. I guess we were talking about Star Wars, and then it naturally progressed to incest.
You were talking about incest because Star Wars is naturally related to incest.
Yeah, Star Wars is a movie series explicitly about it.
Exactly.
George Lucas was like, you know what? I want to make a big budget sci-fi action movie trilogy, that's fun for the whole family. And it's going to be about a brother and sister just on spaceships all day.
That's a really weird thing.
And George Lucas, you know what? He fucking did it. The man, the madman, absolute unit, did it. He made his incest porno space trilogy. And what have you fucking done with your life, huh? Nothing!
You judged him for it.
You judged him for it! And then J.J. Abrams is like, you know what? I will continue the legacy. So let's do the Raylo.
You see a Raylo.
Stop!
Listen, my favorite thing is that with the Rise of Skywalker, even the Raylo shippers are unhappy. They're like, fuck, we wanted this, but not like this. We got what we wanted.
Not like that. Because like, you finally get these two characters in a relationship, but also they're related. It's like you can't win.
And you kill one of them.
Yeah.
Don't be a pussy about it, man. If you're gonna commit to it, man.
Also, the reason why I actually look like I know what I'm doing is because I've played this before. And trust me, last time I played this, I didn't actually...
You said the reason I look like I know what I'm doing...
And usually, it's not like this. I just wanted that on the record, that I'm usually not like this.
Oh, he's usually not this competent or like good at things.
Shut the fuck up, you're pretty good at this. Gaming, I mean.
He's usually not this good at, like...
You're a pretty good gamer, okay?
Don't use your pistol to open the box! Jesus Christ!
No, it's fine if he uses the pistol. The problem is he uses a revolver.
Do you think George Lucas was working through some stuff, making Luke his hand? I think... Well, you know what? My dad is a gigantic Star Wars fan. Like, you know, he loves Star Wars. He's watched every one of them, like, in the theater day one. Collects Star Wars merch like crazy. He knows everything in the series. And his belief is that George Lucas is a giant hack who, like, made those movies by accident with no plan. My dad has a really hot take because he thinks that if Vader wasn't Luke's father, and he says that the whole brother-sister kiss thing was like just another example of like not having any kind of plan, and I kind of agree with that. I don't know about the whole like Luke, I'm your father thing getting taken out. That's weird to hear a Star Wars fan say that, but like I don't know. I kind of want to hear him out on how that should have gone.
Does he hate The Last Jedi?
He's kind of indifferent to it. Like he doesn't really hate any of the recent 3 movies. He's just like doesn't really care for them like in general. I guess him and I have like the same opinion on them. It's just like, they exist. Like, I don't think The Last Jedi is like the worst movie in the history of cinema. I killed my dog. I think it's just, it's another boring Star Wars movie.
I guess
I've
my
seen,
hot
like,
take
18
about
of
it
these.
is that it's like the least boring of the Star Wars movies in a long time.
You know what? Of all the recent ones, this might be a hot take. I don't know. Is that like of all the ones that come out recently, I think the one that I had the least terrible time with was weirdly actually Solo. Because at least that one kind of felt like different, you know? Like it had like new characters in it. And it wasn't about Death Star, or about Anakin, or about Skywalkers and Jedis. It was just... It was something else in the Star Wars universe. It was, but like... It had stuff in it that was like, oh look, here's characters I haven't seen before, and locations I haven't seen before, doing things I haven't. Granted, that's a very small portion of that movie, and then the rest of it is, here's us explaining every weird, dumbass, minute detail about Han Solo's backstory, and how everything you know about him and his reputation actually all happened in the span of like 2 days once, 20 years ago. Like, that's the part I don't like.
I think it's kind of hilarious that they were intending to make that. I think they were intending to make that a trilogy.
You know the Kessel Run? You know how... Friend with fucking Chewbacca? You know, like, everything that they say about Han Solo's backstory and his life prior to them bumping into him at the cantina, all of that is explained in one movie as just happening in the span of, like, a couple hours, which means he has been doing fuck all for decades until we bumped into him. His life was completely boring and, like, nothing happened at all.
I disagree with you when you said the characters and the different stuff are like, you know, in the new trilogy are different to what we've seen before, in the sense that a lot of them feel like reskins of what we've seen. Like the Death Star.
Yeah, I was saying that was. No, I was saying that was one of the things that I didn't like.
Oh, okay.
I think Han Solo had the least of that, at least.
Oh, okay.
Like, it had the least of, let's just reskin shit you've already
I'm
seen.
just like, The Last Jedi, its whole subtext is, let's try something new.
And then the next movie was, let's
not.
Hey, by the way, Bernardo says game volume is a bit too loud.
Okie dokie. I can change that.
Hey, remember that other
helicopter? That down a little bit. Yeah, you got rid of one helicopter. There's two helicopter loads.
Hello, Chode
Hey,
first.
Xavier, does your dad want it to be canon does your dad want it to be canon still that Luke married a spy stripper? I don't know enough about extended universe bullshit to like.
That's Mara.
To know anything about what that is, but that sounds hilarious.
Yeah, he has
Yes, and a helicopter.
Yeah, in the expanded universe, Luke basically has a girlfriend / wife who is basically the manic pixie dream girl for Star Wars, for Star Wars fans.
Ew.
It's kind of lame. Also,
what do you guys think of Episode 7? Fucking, it's Episode 4.
There's one thing that here's one thing that the new trilogy did better than the expanded universe, which is that Han Solo and Leia didn't have a happy marriage. They were like fucking divorced like 20 years later.
Well, that makes more sense for those characters.
Yeah. Like, that relationship never really worked.
But they are not meant to stay. That's not a lasting relationship, because they're both such sassy bitches.
You'd think it would work perfectly,
No, that just breeds conflict. They're always fucking. That would just be fighting all.
Yeah.
Bombastic AR says, ironically, Mandalorian nostalgic, and the one where he goes to Tatooine and hangs out in like the bar from episode 4, like he just goes there for a little bit.
Well, why was it bad?
Well, it wasn't bad. It was just the weakest episode.
Oh,
it's like
why was it?
You know. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay, well, it's just like of all the stories that that season had, like that one just seemed to like, I don't know, just the quickest and simplest and like least compelling. It just wasn't bad. It was just like not the most spectacular thing that they had going for it. It felt a little bit like a filler episode.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know what else was a filler episode? Captain
Your
Marvel.
mom.
Your ass!
So what you're saying is that my ass is nice and big because it can be filled with stuff.
That was great. I'm proud of that.
I'm proud of me for not
very
already
happy.
having
I'm very happy with how that went.
Same.
You know what else isn't very happy?
Your mom. Okay, too far.
Me and Ray have a relationship because Anna keeps playing Monster Hunter World instead of loving me. It's just Monster Hunter World this and Monster Hunter World that. What about my needs? What about hunting my monsters?
You're getting cut by Monster Hunter.
You know what else is a filler episode? Apart from, yeah, well, you know, a lot of MCU movies are filler episodes. Fucking Ant-Man and the Wasp, the least consequential movie ever.
Thor 2, The Dark World.
Which he could have been doing anyway, like, even without that stuff.
Thor 2, The Dark World is another filler episode.
I forgot that existed.
Everyone did. I bet fucking, like...
I'll bet the people
Chris
who were in it
had forgotten that movie came out.
There's a lot of movies Chris Hemsworth has made that can be pretty forgotten about. Like Thor, Thor 2, Men in Black International.
Hot take, Thor 3.
Well, let's not forget, you know, the other day I was like, I just realized that Men in Black International came out last year, and I was like, what? What is this? I don't believe this.
I thought that got, like, delayed because of coronavirus, but no, it predates the virus by, like, 8 months.
Also, let's see, what other mediocre Chris Hemsworth movies are there? Let's see.
Are you talking about the Mummy movie?
I'm talking...
No. Oh.
I'm just listing...
That happened with Men in Black? Was they had an unfinished, like, audio track?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, that's awesome.
Have you not seen it?
I saw the one for the Mummy, if you haven't seen it. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't.
That was classic.
The one in the Mummy is like, there's a scene where Tom Cruise like is in the middle of a plane crash, and there's just audio. There's no audio of anything happening, exploding, or music. It's just him going, "Oh, oh!"
It was like that.
And then like dead air of like a good 6 seconds of no audio after the scream, and then him going, "Ah!" again.
How much you want to bet it's intentional by like the movie?
No.
No, it's just that the audio track wasn't in.
That was just they fucking rendered it wrong, and because there's some music and some sound effects in there, so my guess is that they didn't watch it all the way through, and like whoever fucking rendered it for that trailer to put out just saw the first couple of seconds, which seemed relatively normal, and assumed, okay, I must have done this right, and didn't check any of the other stuff.
I guarantee you that it was probably done just to.
I love how David just fell and got stuck so hard.
I was about to say, what the fuck was that? You're supposed to push
he got stuck between a wall and an elevator, and the game killed him.
That's a pretty ignominious way to die. Just imagine all the guys who are like, "Oh, Gordon Freeman's gonna save us all." And he's just like,
Gordon Freeman, he's gonna start the revolution and save the human race. And he fucking trips and gets stuck between a wall and an elevator.
He trips and snaps his neck.
What?
Gordon Freeman, the one free man, the one who will save us, just fucking trips and dies.
Gordon Freeman, the ultimate white savior.
Oh my god, dude, I need to make an animation like that. Just Gordon Freeman running away. Just running away from Combine, and the way he dies, he trips on like a 2 centimeter tall like piece of pavement. It fucking snaps his neck.
It's just like an unlevel block.
oh wait, it wasn't that. It was just police brutality. Gordon Freeman is the guy in Buffalo, New York, who's just walking on the street, and then the police slam him to the ground for no reason.
Thank you for ruining the joke by making it just like completely sucking the fun. Good work.
Yes.
I'm glad that
So in the
you're
chat,
doing our fucking slapstick comedy bit, and then you're like, all right.
in the chat, in the chat, Cyborg Diego says, "I think it's funny how much Star Wars fans complain about Mary Sue women in the current canon, while also playing Mary Sue women in the previous canon." Well, you see, in the previous canon, the Mary Sue women, you weren't supposed to self-insert them as them. You were supposed to insert yourself as their boyfriend. So you see, it's still it's okay because you're supposed to imagine yourself as dating / having sex with this person instead of being this person, and that's fine. It's fine.
It
if
should
it's
have been the fucking Jedi of the trilogy. He should have been the main character. Finn. I was so mad. I was so happy. I was like, oh wow, they have a black Star Wars. And then
Stormtrooper.
It's cool. He's a stormtrooper and then becomes a Jedi. So cool. It's like my fan fiction. Every time I was playing with my Star Wars toys as a kid, I would just roleplay that. I would put a light in a stormtrooper's hand and go, he's a defector. He's gonna fight them now. And then they were gonna do that, and then they abandoned. And then they did nothing with that character. Free moved straight.
Yeah.
You know what? I was talking with my buddy Jacob about what I feel like Finn is to that trilogy. And the best analogy I can come up with is like when you're playing a game with choices in it, and they give you like this thing where like a character can die in one of the games, and like you get the good ending of that side quest, and then like the following sequels have to acknowledge that you did that, but they can't write a bunch of like crucial plot shit around that character being there. So that character is like there, but contributes and does nothing. They're like the Vermeer survivor in Mass Effect. There's this choice in Mass Effect where you have to choose between these two characters, like which one will live and dies, and then whichever one you pick is gonna be there for the next 2 games, and just does like nothing in either of them, and just kind of shows up and is like, "Thanks for saving me, Commander," and like contributes nothing else. Finn feels like that. He should have died when he was gonna sacrifice himself in Last Jedi, but then like someone just pressed the button playing as Rose Tico and saved him, and then like for that final movie in that trilogy, he's just like there.
I like how they were building up a relationship between Rose Tico and him in that movie, and then in the sequel they're like, nope, he has to be pining after Rey again.
And then they drop it and don't even do anything with it because he keeps like being like, Rey. They like forgot to give us an answer what he was gonna say, and then J.J. Abrams was like, oh, he was gonna tell her that he was force sensitive. Can you imagine? In the middle of a fucking crisis situation where you're about to get eaten alive or fall in some quicksand or something, you lean over to this female companion. You're like, Ray, there's something I have to tell you if we die. And then he was gonna go,
I'm force sensitive.
What is it, Finn? What do you need to tell me before you die? What is it? Ray, I just need you to know I just need you to know, Ray.
I'm force sensitive.
The way you get closer to the mic and make your voice sound a lot more bassy as you say that.
Oh, hey Finn, what is it that you were gonna tell Ray, huh? What was it so important that you were gonna tell me? I was just gonna tell her.
I'm force sensitive.
Wait, you mean to tell me, Finn, that you
Are force sensitive.
Yes, I'm trying to tell you. Oh, I actually
am force sensitive.
Can someone fucking clip that? And turn it into a thing? Oh man. My pinky is force sensitive.
Well,
That's what she said.
That's right.
Hey, lady, you wanna check out my lightsaber?
I hear it's force sensitive.
Oh, the pain.
The idea of he flirts and then laughs and then it becomes crying. Hey there, you want me to? And then he licks his finger and then he licks his finger and holds that out. He goes, "You want me to check your metachlorian count?" Turns into loud, violent sobbing, and his finger is just covered in drool.
And then she's feeling like really fucking awkward, just like trying to comfort him.
She's just so
get away at the same time.
She's super into that.
I mean, that's basically how Spock and Uhura's relationship started.
Oh man.
He cried his way into her pants.
What's the one that's? Oh yeah, you're right. Because he was just like, I hate that I'm half human and people at school are mean to me. Ah! God, I just love this whiny, complaining little bitch. I just want to straddle his fucking pointy ears.
Yeah, so,
and he's like, Uhura, there's something. It's just everyone is always talking to me about. They're making fun of me for it. Guess what is it? Is it the fact that you're half human? He goes, no, it's that I'm
Force sensitive.
Can you stop? That gets me every time. Oh.
God, David's been riding in this boat for like 5 hours.
I don't blame him. That's like the most fun part of the game.
I hate this section. It's so long.
You hate this section?
Yeah, it goes on too long. Oh my God, he did a fucking barrel roll because of a barrel. He went on the outside edge of the... What the fuck? That was awesome. We're reacting to it like 30 seconds after it happened.
Actually, it's pretty low latency this time.
Screen delay.
It's like a 30-second like delay.
No, it's not. It's actually kind of pretty close to being actually what it actually is. It's only a few seconds.
Oh, sick.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Because in the previous videos, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So, do you think they should ever let Gordon talk in these games, or like have like kind of dialogue?
No.
I think it would be really powerful if, like, at the final encounter of the final game, he says one thing, just anything, right? Like maybe he's standing over like the Combine like fucking super space leader worm and like says like kind of a cool one-liner as he's killing him. He's like, maybe the guy's like,
you really think? No, the guy's like, you really think you've earned your freedom? And he leans in and goes, I have, because I'm force sensitive.
No, just the last thing he says is, as he's about to deliver the final blow.
Cock and ball torture.
What are you going to do?
The Combine like super advisor's like,
what? Huh? What?
Like the final thing that he gets threatened with is, what are you going to do? You're
it's like
nothing but a
the,
weak.
it's like in the bit in the
Gordon
James.
just said,
It's the
Cock
moment
and
in the
ball
James.
torture.
It's the
And
moment
then
in the
he
James Bond film when like the villain is trapped under some rubble or something, and he's like about to kill him, and then he just says cock and ball torture, and then like the bomb falls him and it explodes or something.
Yeah, exactly. Or,
It'd be
or
so
when
much
Sarah
funnier.
Connor presses the button to kill, she goes, "Cock and ball torture, motherfucker!" And then the pneumatic press comes down and crushes him. And the Terminator is just very confused in trying. It spends all of its processing power for that last couple of seconds trying to understand what the fuck she said that for. Then when Cyberdyne Systems, several years later, is investigating the CPU core of the dead Terminator, they're like, seems there's some leftover data on it. They start reading it, and it's just a looping file of Sarah Connor going, cock and ball torture, cock and ball torture, cock and ball torture. And they're like,
My God, this is the future of warfare.
this is technology.
Just imagine like a really threatening, really epic, like,
What would you do? You are outgunned.
and then Gordon just like takes a pulse. Cock and ball torture. And then presses a button to detonate the entire fucking ship that they're on.
They're on the Borealis flying through space.
G-Man
in,
fucking like
time.
takes him into hyperspace and he goes, cock and ball torture, Dr. Freeman. CDC.
Mr. Freeman, I know you have certain proclivities to genital mutilation, but I
Have you
must
not seen the
ask
video?
that you refrain from.
I've seen it. I know what you're talking.
Okay, that's what I was referencing.
Don't interrupt my pick, goddammit! It's over. You ruined it.
Sure,
No,
this will be fun.
no. You know what? I'm upset. You know how I feel right now because of the way you completely sandbagged my joke. Right now, I feel
More sensitive.
Stop it!
You fuck!
I did it.
Don't make me unleash my galungus.
Don't make
My
me.
galungus.
That's my secret. I'm always force sensitive.
I love how his name is so silent. That's so
Sorry, I've got distracted. Also, I really have. Can I go to the bathroom?
No,
Oh,
that's part of. It's part of cock and ball torture to not go to the bathroom.
Oh no, I don't like that.
or CBT. Just imagine that was canon.
Just do no. So the voice of Dr. Freeman or Gordon Freeman is the guy from the foot lettuce video.
Oh my god, you animal! Cock and ball torture.
I'm going to stop the Combine forces. Alex, I'm sorry your dad died.
Alex fans, did you know that your dad died at approximately 35 days from when the
Alex
Combine-
Vance, your dad's
Can
death
you
is not
get
what
me
you
the
may
gravity
expect.
gun?
But your dad being dead is not what you may expect. But
Alex Vance, please don't shoot Elena Mossman in the face. She is sincerely trying to help us. She is not working for the Combine. Please, don't shoot her in the face. And then she fucking shoots her in the face, and then Gordon's
Jacques
like,
says cock and ball torture.
makes you force sensitive.
this is pretty bad.
I'm gonna. No, wait. Cock and ball torture forces sensitive.
Cock and ball torture makes you
More sensitive.
Foreskin sensitive.
I said force sensitive, but sure that works.
Also, Bombastic AR asked, Xavier, will you ever stream Resident Evil 5 with Hannah again? Possibly! I'd like to, that would be fun.
Alex Vance is made for SJWs. Is that why she's biracial?
What? Who? What?
I mean, all girls are under 25 know how to do is be biracial, eat hot chip, McDonald's.
You know what? That's really true.
Yeah, all girls under the age of 25, all they know how to do is be biracial, take down a fucking alien race that invaded your planet,
Eat hot chip.
start a resistance movement,
and have a gravity gun glove.
Have a gravity gun, help basically Walter White, but not really.
Don't forget eat hot chip. Eat hot chip is very important.
Eat hot chip, god damn it.
And be a mechanic.
I don't know how, but when I hit the table, it made my computer scroll down.
Oh look, it's the G-Man over there.
The gay man. Oh boo.
Where? I don't see. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb.
With her finger and her thumb in the shape of a
force sensitive
on her forehead.
Well, they won't stop coming, and 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 they won't stop coming.
They won't stop coming. They won't stop. They won't stop coming.
And I'm force sensitive.
Man, there was one time, it was before the whole Corona thing started. I was out in the city with my friends, and we were like just acting a bit stupid, and we started singing that song. And at the part where like he would repeat, they won't stop coming. We just kept on repeating that, and every time we said that, we got louder and louder and louder and louder. Everyone just started looking at us. It was funny. It was great.
Reminds me of this thing that like I remember a bunch of my mom's friends were doing at a party once. They called it the penis game, where you just say the word penis progressively louder and louder and loud, and the one who says the loudest in a public place where there's people around, that one wins.
What do they win?
They win the penis game.
They win the penis game.
Oh,
they win the home. They win the home edition. There's a board game.
There's a board. You're joking. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's pretty concerning if there's an actual board game.
Now
edition.
you can win the board game penis game from Milk.
You just have to record yourself screaming penis as loud as you can and send it over to us at www.penis.com. Make sure you enter to win.
We sure had to fight a long legal battle to get that done.
Every point
believe how much of a hot item that one was.
The penis game. Play today with your friends.
Penis game, fun for the whole family.
Just like the kids in the background crying and looking all traumatized as the parents are shouting penis.
Just screaming penis.
I could see that being...
It looks like they're angry, just...
You know what?
Just screaming at each other.
You know what? I could see that being a parody commercial on in RoboCop.
Man.
Yeah.
The penis game. Fun for the whole family.
Gordon Freeman? Is that you? You've made it here this quickly. Well, Eli is going to be amazed.
The peanut.
Not to mention relieved.
Mommy, please feed us. Not now. I'm trying to win the penis game.
I'm trying to win the fucking penis game.
So
and the kids just
I need to win the game.
Ah, there we go. You can come through now.
Just the idea of like the parents like screaming penis at each other,
neglecting their children. They're so into the game.
It's like they're so dedicated to win, right? That they're just dedicated. Not dedicated. Fuck. I lost my.
One of
train
them
of
pulls
thought.
out a fucking megaphone, like just screams it into it with the button going, so it's just like the whole neighborhood hears it.
It's like the bit from The Simpsons when Bart puts all the megaphones together and he just says penis.
Oh yeah.
Similar to our Calabi
There's the just sound of his penis just rings out and smashes all the windows and like completely knocks over all the trees and just annihilates the whole town.
It's so loud you can hear it from the moon.
Listen to me. I sound like
Xavier, I dare you to do the next entirely Sonic voice.
That'll be fun.
We should do another
Oh boy,
Sonic.
that sounds like a challenge.
We should do another Sonic High
David,
School.
you can take your Sonic High School and shove it up your ass.
We need to do more of it. I'm telling you.
Shove it deep
You're
up there,
too
right up your
slow.
ass.
I gotta collect more Chaos Emeralds so I can become
sensitive.
Just the way you like suddenly immediately change your voice.
It's like the voice that Kyle did for Espio in Sonic High School.
More sensitive.
Okay,
Hey
okay.
there, Sonic. How are you today?
I want to point this out because it was a beta thing that they took out, but like they have remnant of it in the game. Look at that glass jaw, right? Yeah. You were looking at it just then.
that little ball thing.
Listen, I just wanted to.
Ball torture.
Speaking of balls,
That's the
I just
head
remembered the
of
bit
a
from.
creature called the Cremator.
I was
He
just
was in the
thinking
beta.
about the scene from Sonic High School when we read it because I rewatched it recently, where there's the sex scene between Espio and Rouge, and where Kyle goes, "It's semen time."
Your nerd speech on the Half-Life beta stuff got completely fucking just annihilated for that.
I kind of deserve it for like cutting off your.
It's semen time. Create a generation in me.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was a thing from the beta that they decided to bring around. Yeah.
So like, does anyone have like a playable copy?
Okay.
Like a masturbate?
Fine scientist.
A masturbator.
Thank you. I'll be here all.
Not
I sure
exactly.
I jumped through the fucking hoops for that joke. I also don't care. I'd actually ask just once. Ask.
Okay, so not exactly, but like.
I'll be back as soon as I catch
People have restored the maps and a lot of like the AI that goes within the maps, but as far as like actual story and like dialogue and having things be like actually playable, not really. But we sort of know what goes on just from the maps that people have found. Like in 2003, I think there was either 2003 or 2004 there was a leak where like someone hacked Valve's servers and released the source code to Half-Life 2 as it was back then, and within what was released were the beta files, and so that's how we know what happens in the beta. But as for like an actual playable, 100% game, not really. That doesn't really exist.
Ooh.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you specifying that.
Yeah, no worries.
That made the stream really interesting. I appreciate that.
Dude.
Your commentary is valuable.
That's what I'm here for, man.
I like how you climbed up this ladder just to kind of just snuggle your head between Alex's legs, even though you didn't need to do that.
What you working on there, Alex?
Hey, Alex, can I see what's going on there with the machine that
Alex.
Can you
yeah.
not?
Now I'm gonna hit on Alex's dad.
Someone misjudged the capacity.
Hey, he's a
Hey there,
winner.
Eli. That's a really low keyboard. You have to really bend over to operate that keypad.
This is turning really fucking sexual fucking quick now.
Yeah.
Fucking stop? Can we please?
Can you type a very long
beg of you.
Excel document on that
Please.
keyboard? It'll require you to bend over for a while.
Let's go have some fun.
I know you have arthritis, I know, but just bend over. It'll be okay.
Let's get out of here.
Next thing you hear is like a fucking blood curdling scream.
Down the hallway.
I love how like Alex and Elena don't get along
She's
like
one of
at
the main
all.
reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear her drone
Elena
on
Fisher?
about how it should have been
Elena
her
Mossman.
in the Black Mesa test chamber that day.
Yeah, Dr. Mossman.
I'm sorry.
did
I
it.
shouldn't be
Uncharted.
Oh wait, no,
I
her
like
name
how,
is Judith.
I like how
David.
David's walk cycle is just like thrusting into Alex's ass repeatedly.
Well, that's not her ass actually. That's her.
Well, it
vagina.
was. She turned around.
It's more like this
her
now.
front.
Yeah, okay, look, people change positions all the time. Okay.
Come on.
Sometimes 3 or 4 times in a go. In
In a single round, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sometimes you change positions multiple times when you're opening the door for Gordon to get through so he can go play with that gravity gun in Black Mesa East.
Man, I'd play
know
with
what's
her
funny?
gravity gun if you know what I mean.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Hey, Alex, use your gravity gun gloves. Well, okay, never mind.
Gravity gloves.
Your gravity gloves.
So Cyborg
Yeah.
Diego
She used-
says, "Hey Xavier and David, remember how in Sonic High School how Knuckles died and then became Rouge's baby?"
So, here we are.
Do you think
He knows
Alex
something.
can just like use her gravity gloves to jerk off Gordon Freeman from like 10 feet away?
Dude, she's gonna pull off his dick. That's not
You
safe.
just hear the that sound effect that plays, and then he's like,
And then,
"What,
like, a
what the
rip
fuck?
sound.
What's happening?
Designed
God!"
fleshy
He's just
rip
screaming,
sound.
and she's
and
like, "Hold on,
blood.
it's okay. This will be really cool."
The primary trigger emits a charge.
And then he's like, "Alex, no, this is
Cock and ball torture.
Ready for clearing minefields.
Number 10, cock and ball torture.
Cock
Have
and
you
ball
ever been on a
torture.
mission
ball torture."
from an invasive alien force, only to have someone stroke your cock with their gravity gloves?
You can drop it gently.
Cock and ball torture is just that.
Pick up some stuff and toss it.
Okay, so alright, in the Half-Life universe, like,
Uh-huh.
head crabs have now become a species, like, they're an invasive species that have lived on Earth for now 20 years, right?
Yeah.
In that time, someone's tried to fuck a head crab.
Absolutely.
There's a
I mean,
big
maybe.
hole on the bottom of it.
Listen,
Someone's tried
if you think about it, you know the
Perfect.
Doctor Man that we met like
He had it
2 hours
beat.
ago.
You're right!
He had a toothless head
Oh my
crab.
god!
Ledge up there.
Kleiner
Don't!
looks like the type. Look at it. Look at that man and tell me he's not into some shit.
You know what? Now I wish that they brought back the beta, because he fucking dies in that. And I'll put that image in my head. I'll
You know
put
what
that
the
image in my
creepy-
head.
That's why Barney calls it a head humper. Is he walked in on some stuff one day.
When he said,
Oh,
head
I'm
humper, he
sorry,
wasn't
Bonnie. I
talking
was
about-
just experimenting with Lamar, and it seems she
I'm only
undid my
trying to
belt
test the
buckle is a
limitations of
mistake.
what
It was a mistake.
It is for science!
It was just an experiment. I just was trying to understand the species mating habits.
Doc, what the fuck? That's why he's so afraid of Lamar.
Cyborg,
Barney,
Cyborg
Barney,
Diego
not an animal
says.
person, huh?
Cyborg Diego in the comments says you're fired from the first person to make this joke. I'm
yeah,
sure
no,
that
no.
there's like
Yeah,
a bunch
what
of
the
like.
funniest?
I'm sure there's a bunch of like Rule 34 stuff about this.
Oh look,
Oh,
it's D0G.
no. Oh no!
Also known as Doc.
Look at Optimus Prime.
Shut the fuck up.
We know who Optimus Prime is a beta.
Hey, look, it's Wheatley from Portal. Remember Wheatley from Portal?
Remember
He's voiced
Portal
by
from
a
Wheatley?
funny English man who says funny accent.
Remember Wheatley from...
Remember when Remember when Wheatley in Portal was all pasty and he got real sunburned by and he was friends with Wolverine?
Remember when Wheatley was in Skyrim as an actual like DLC and not a mod?
Remember when Wheatley was in Bloodshot, like unironically?
Oh, you the black guy?
Yeah, remember I compared him to Wheatley?
Okay, but like
Yeah,
him
the
and
similar
Wheatley are very different in that one of them is a mechanic machine. And the other one is voiced by Stephen Merchant. Okay.
Shut the fuck up, same
difference. Do some basketball, David. You do the basket. You have the basketball.
Can you actually get the ball in the hoop? Because I was able to do that.
Yes, you can.
No, I'm asking if David can like actually physically do it. I know
Play
it's
the basketball.
possible. I know it's possible because I did it.
There's an achievement for it, David. We're not continuing this. Back. Fuck! Stand farther back.
Just imagine Gordon be like, "Oh no, oh darn, I have to try again."
Ah shit. Damn.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Hold on, I got this. Alex, hold on. Alex, shut up.
Just Freeman turns full on like CJ from Grove Street.
Oh, you're so close! Oh, that was so close! David, stand further back.
You gotta go all the way back. Oh.
Dog, stop intercepting our fucking hoop, bastard.
Yeah, that's what we call a cunt.
Keep going, you're almost there, you got this.
Further back. Oh. Further back. Further back.
Further back. The closer you are, the more.
Further back. Oh, see? You almost got that. Oh.
Physics! You can do it.
Oh, dude, that was on point. Oh.
We were so fucking into this. Oh, we're getting closer every time.
Oh.
Who gives a fuck what the robot's doing? We're watching history.
This is what it's all about.
And they say white men can't jump.
Gordon Freeman begs to differ.
I like how the head crabs are invading.
I love how it becomes so like misty as soon as like the head crabs and the combine and shit.
Okay, kill all of those, then get back to work.
No, you're supposed to run away.
No, by get back to work, I mean go keep the basket. No, you can do it, please!
What's going on in there?
No! No!
David's tired of being
No!
Still with you?
He's right here.
Okay, David, here's a challenge for you. Try to beat Ravenholm without using anything except for the gravity gun.
No.
Do it, pussy.
No.
But then you can't do the cool execution moves. Chop people in half with a big saw blade.
Yeah. Do it, pussy.
Everyone wants to see the cool murder violence.
Everyone wants to see that.
I still really need to go to the bathroom and I haven't yet. Dedicated. I'm dedicated to this rant. I'm dedicated to this rant.
Gordon, you need to get out of here.
Dedotated.
Dedotated wham.
How dare you? Actually, I really stomach is starting to hurt. And it's not number 2 is the funny thing. I think my kidneys are failing. Okay, I'll be right back.
Your kidneys aren't the only thing that's failing.
What do we like? When you say which game is the best story, are you talking about Half-Life or are you talking about
We're talking about Candy Crush.
Because if it's Half-Life, I would say Half-Life 2 Episode 2.
No, we're talking about Candy Crush. Get with the program.
But if it's like any game in general,
Half-Life 2.
It's a bit of a harder one.
Half-Life 2, Burger King Footlong.
I don't disagree. Half-Life 2 is a really cool story. Games in general. Okay,
Candy Crush.
You know what? I'm gonna say Half-Life 2. I love the story to that game. You gotta right click and push it back on the gravity gun. Or you could do that.
You know, I have my wireless headphones on so I can hear everything you guys were saying while I was gone. And boy, did
I know.
Sucked out of the stream as soon as I left.
Man, my throat is dry. I've been laughing.
Your throat is about as dry as the stream has become.
Laughing at there's nothing funny
I've been
going
laughing
on.
at you fucking goofball.
Your throat is about as dry as this stream has become.
So, you know,
This
I'm not
stream
feeling
is
the
as
most
dry as your
charismatic.
humor.
It's also as dry as my soul.
It's as dry as my.
Force sensitive.
I've done it too much. I've done it too many times. It doesn't work on.
No.
You
He's
cooked
built up a tolerance.
You cooked the
Burger
golden.
King, Force sensitive.
You cooked the force sensitive golden goose, my friend.
Your ship has failed. That's how I laugh now. I just decided that's gonna be.
So we're in Ravenholm now. So the question
Whenever
is.
you guys make me laugh, I'll be like.
So my question for you is, how much further do you want us to go in this game, this stream session?
Finish Ravenholm. And then finish
God,
the chapter
that's
after that.
a lot.
And then one after
No.
Yeah, Ravenholm's a lot.
I've been awake.
that.
I've been awake all day. I want to go to bed. I want to watch Mr. Robot and then pass
Until you get to the
out.
Citadel and you
I want to watch
kill
that
Dr.
show
Queen,
where the guy
shut
from
down the portal,
Queens of Stone Age
and you
hangs out with a
G-Man,
director that diddles children
closing
and
line,
catches them with his hacker
and then
superpower.
credits.
Like, I got
start
you.
rolling.
You're both
That's
talking
when
at the same
You're
time,
doing
and I have no
Superman
idea.
and
If you don't do
X-Men.
that, then I won't let you end the stream. And
What the
I will
fuck is
stream
going
it on the
on?
channel
And
on my
oh
own.
god, my stomach hurts. I think I'm like gonna vomit.
And on that note, fuck you.
I'm sorry, both of you were talking at the same
All
time,
of
and I
that
was
got
very
really
confused.
weird.
Do your best Morgan Freeman impression.
Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman.
Hi, I'm Morgan Freeman. That's my
For
best.
22 years, Gordon J. Freeman was kept in stasis by an unknown government operative who may or may not have been a space alien from an alternate universe. And in the course of this 20 years, the Combine forces enforced strict laws on gamers everywhere. But little
Well, you
did
sound
they
like
know,
the narrator to Stanley's Parable.
nature is on the gamer's side.
What?
You sound like the narrator to Stanley's Parable.
The Stanley Parable?
Yeah, the Stanley Parabola.
The Stanley Parabola? The Parabola of Mystery?
Little did Stanley know, he was actually force sensitive.
Little did Stanley know, he was...
Force sensitive.
Little did Stanley know that he
Yes,
was
yes.
actually in a video game that was really meta and interesting and probably the best thing to come out on the Source engine in that entire couple of span of years between Portal 2 and Alex.
Force sensitive.
Alright, okay. It was not me, it was you. You ruined it. You killed it. You killed it.
See,
You
I did
killed
that
it.
on
We had
purpose.
something there. We had
Just-
something.
Just to show you.
You killed it.
feelings
You fucking
to
killed
say
it.
the same
You ruined
thing
it. You
over
destroyed
and
it.
over
You
again.
inconsiderate asshole.
You inconsiderate
destroyed
asshole.
everything.
You
You
cunt.
ruined everything.
I don't know where I was that.
David, just go crouch under that spinny thing and then just wait there till morning.
Yeah, that's how it works, right? That's how video games work.
Yeah. Wait there until the rescue team shows up.
Wait there until the sun rises and the zombies start getting burnt by the sunlight.
Use the gravity gun to saw blade their asses.
Use the saw blade to gravity gun their asses.
He's got a saw blade and he's just holding it with a hand. Like swings it and it like stabs into the side of the gravity gun. And he holds up the saw blade with the gravity gun on the other end of it, and then he wings the saw blade like it's a star with the gravity gun on it that just spins around and then clonks someone in the head. And he's like, "I did it in the correct order."
His head starts bleeding as that happens.
His pinky falls off.
Oh fuck.
Something in the chat makes me laugh. Hey Xavier, do you like Mr. Robot? I love that show. I've never actually watched it all the way through, but I episode again with because I got like pretty decently far into it, like back when it was coming out, and then I think I just got distracted and never really got back to it. So I decided to rewatch the stuff that I already watched with Anna. And we actually started watching it like earlier today, and she had like kind of mixed feelings. Yeah, give it a chance. It'll get better.
You know what else you should watch? You should watch The Prisoner, because The Prisoner is probably a pretty one of the early predecessors of stuff like Mr. Robot.
You guys should watch Breakout, which is about Brendan Fraser has to break out of jail, and it came out in 2013, and he's an environmentalist who accidentally pushed a guy over, and then he kind of like that one thing yesterday, and then he goes to jail, and because he's an SJW, and then his kids accidentally witness crime committed by Dracula and the brother from My Name Is, and then his kids are chased by those guys, and then he has to break out of jail to save them. And it's coming to a theater near you. It's coming to a Tubi TV near you. That's how little anyone cared about it. Tubi TV.
You guys should watch Breaking Bad. It's about this scientist who's
it's this super underrated show that's like really
this
one day.
It's about this young wonderkind named Jesse who has to hang.
This experiment goes wrong, and he accidentally teleports a bunch of aliens,
Wally,
a bunch of like different planets. Actually, it turns out that it's a planet, not even a planet. It's a border world called Zen, which is like a bridging area where like people can just.
The joke's going on too long. You're ruining it.
And
you
what happens is
get to the point.
He gets
All right, you're getting there.
Fuck up.
You go.
I was going somewhere with it too. You had a whole joke plan.
All right. Get going. Do your thing.
No, it's too late now.
No. Do your bit. Go ahead. Be my guest. Go on. Do it. Go.
Remember when this was when we were worried about Scrubs being too much of a nerd
Funny
about
shit
this
I've
game?
ever seen.
That's what Half-Life is, really. He turns himself into a pickle.
Well, he is in quite a pickle.
And that's why all the aliens and
Gordon,
the
it's good
government.
to see you. Look what I've done. The experiment was a rousing success, Gordon. I've turned myself into a pickle. I'm Pickle Kleiner.
Gordon just takes him and fucking eats him, but like doesn't finish him off as a way of like.
He eats the
killing him.
lower half of him, so it's just half a pickle with a face.
No, he shoves him into.
It's all the Half-Life 1 scientists coming out.
He shoves the pickle into. He shoves the pickle into the the head thing, the head crab.
The crab head.
You nailed it. You got it.
Thank you.
Funniest shit I've ever seen.
You saved it. You fucked it up, but then you did. You know what? That's the biggest comeback of this. I'm super proud of you.
I'm proud of me too. Thanks.
Thanks, Dad.
What if Gordon put the
Oh, Pickle
grinder
Rick.
on the gravity gun like GLaDOS? Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'm down for that. Fuck yeah. All right. William, can you make that a Half-Life mod?
I can.
Can you make a Half-Life mod with like a pickle?
Pickle on the gravity gun.
That's just on the gravity gun.
You know
And
what?
every time you fire it, it says a random line with Piner's voice. If not, at least do an animation of it. At least.
You know, you know, that's doable. I could do that.
That sounds fucking awesome. Alright, well, I'm glad that we did the stream all
throws the pickle across the room shouting, "This is raw!"
This is raw!
Where's the lamb sauce?
Fine.
It's fucking raw!
And what
This
are you?
is-
An idiot sandwich!
Just imagine, like, as the aliens are invading Earth, fucking Gordon Ramsay shuts them all down with his insults, and that's how he saves
He just
humanity.
makes them, like, cry and then abandon.
You fucking, wait, what was that line? Shit. Fucked it up.
Good job, you did it.
Shut the fuck up.
This stream has become, like, a bunch of amateur comedians sitting around in a circle trying their best to tell jokes, and every time one of them, like, falls flat, the other two just roast. Calls him a donkey.
My I remember my favorite Gordon Ramsay insult was when he said, "Me gran could cook better than this, and she's dead!"
The writers of this movie know about as much about Star Trek as my dead wife. She doesn't know much about anything.
Are you like...
Because she wasn't a sci-fi fan.
Is that your impression of the guy with the gun to his head in that one thing?
No, it's my impression of another character played by that same voice actor.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
That means I did a good job. Because
yeah, Yankee Stanky Doodle Shite.
Yankee Doodle Shite.
Yeah, it's like the Combine
Use
invading
the
Earth.
car, David! Fuck!
The Combine invading Earth and fucking...
Stop hitting them with the Combine!
Gordon Ramsay just goes up to them. You're fucking...
doing the shittiest, least cool way to play this!
Let me myself with the joke that I was gonna tell.
Okay, wait, David, do the car this time. Do it right. Do it.
I'm starting to feel lightheaded, dude.
Yeah!
That's probably a you problem then.
It is a me problem. It's because I've been like...
Because we've been
laughing so much.
screaming and laughing for 2 hours.
Yeah. That's why my
This
jokes
is another
aren't
one of
landing.
those, like... This is another one of those, like, Ben could probably do a lot with. Yeah, you did it.
There's Big Ben energy in this episode. Big
Benji energy.
It's not
Big
Benji
Benji
It's not Big
PKC
Dick
energy.
It's Big Benji energy.
The PKC energy is what we, the butt ugly Martians, use to transform. They go, PKC! They can transform in themselves, but in robot suits. Remember that show? Remember the things that I'm saying? If you don't, you're a fake fan.
Yeah.
David, you had the right idea, but the wrong call.
Very poor choice of words.
Right idea.
Nice.
Wrong caliber!
And then
Then he fell down.
Better and better.
That too.
I am Father
And then he shoots his big black balls all over him.
Oh no.
Ball torture.
Big black ball torture.
Does anyone mind? I'm like having stomach troubles. I think I need to throw up.
Look, man, I know my jokes are bad, but this is too insulting.
Like
Cyborg Diego.
over here. Can we end this?
I
Can we
will
end
never
this stream soon? I think I'm gonna fucking just barf all over my computer, and then I'll just start sparking, and then
Listen,
the computer
Cyborg
will
Diego.
just like,
I will
as it's
never.
shutting down, a thing on the screen will pop up that says
I'm force sensitive.
Can we turn that into a thing? Like, make t-shirts of it and everything? I'm
I don't know
force
if we can
sensitive.
get the rights to that.
Force sensitive. Oh wait, yeah. I was about to say like that's not a thing from, but it is. Like they literally say force sensitive. Never mind.
Can I be right back? Is that a?
Okay, fine.
All
Don't
right.
expect.
I
this to be
ate
entertaining.
some chili cheese fries from a food truck that I think I've given me food poisoning. Huh?
This is why you don't eat outside during quarantine. That's why you make your own shit at home.
This is why you never go outside.
Fucking filthy degenerates. Man, the last time I went outside and like actually went to like social gatherings, or not social gathering, but like actually hung out with friends, I got a hangover for like the first time ever. And it was really cool. I even like tweeted, I got a hangover, like the song by Tayo Cruz. It was funny.
Okay, so I have a.
Just quickly moving on from that.
I was just thinking of, you're thinking about hangovers. Like, I have quite a story for the first time that I got a hangover.
Oh, tell us. Go ahead.
Scrubs already knows part of this because I was texting him while it was happening. You know this, right? You know what happened.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
But like, go ahead and tell us again.
So, I decided to go and a friend of mine, and this was fairly recently because I typically actually don't drink a lot, but when I was in Spain, I drank a bit more than I normally do, but some friends and I made the decision to go to Cadiz. So if you don't know if you're not familiar with it, Cadiz is like, it's the port city. It's about an hour and a half southwest of Seville, which is where I was staying. And we went there on the last weekend of the Carnival of Cadiz, which is like a real big... It's basically like the mother of all carnival parties in Spain. And we went there, and it was quite something. So I went there with a friend who is very much he was very much a sort of party type person. And if you know me, about one of my weaknesses is that whenever I'm with other people, I am the last person to say no, even when I really should. So, I went with this. So the first thing we did is that we took the train at like 8 in the morning. So I had to get up at like 5 or 6 to get to the train station on time. So then that's always a good idea. And then we booked train tickets for the next morning at like the first train, but we couldn't find an Airbnb that night. So we were just like, fuck it. We'll just like stay out until like 7 a.m. the next morning when the first train leaves, which is automatically a really good idea. So then we did that, and then I'm dying. Died, head crab. I used all of my handgun bullets on that.
I'm surprised how like in sync that is
Mhm.
with like there's not much of a delay, and I like that.
Yeah, it's surprising this time. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, we took the train. We got there at like 10 a.m. and then we put on our costumes because it's the carnival. You have to wear costumes, right? It's just part of the mood. And my friend got this like really cool like. He got it from his host mom, it was just like this really absolutely ridiculous octopus costume. And I was just wearing like some random shit I'd put together at the thrifts at like a little corner store. dollar store crap basically. But it was cool. And then we got there at Seville at around 10 a.m. Some of our friends were going to join us, but we were the first people there. So we had lunch at this really cool little local cafe.
Come closer.
And then, and then after that, we went to the grocery store, and we started day drinking at around noon. So, yeah, we got like this really shitty beer that they have there called Cruz Campo, and then I had like, God, we bought like an 8-pack and we shared it between 3 of us. So I had like 3 beers and like.
David day drinking on the street explains his haircut. So
let him finish.
So that was a thing. That was a thing that happened, and like that was automatically the first mistake. We were having a lot of fun, but I was day drinking at like noon, and that was just a bad decision. Bad decision. So we were walking around, we're having a lot of fun, and then I was just sort of completely out of it. I was barely like, because I'm kind of a lightweight. So after like 3 beers, I was like. I was pretty buzzed, and I was just sort of following my friends like, oh crap, what am I gonna do? And then they went, and then after that, when we met up with some other friends of ours, they started like drinking even more, because that's what American tourists do. And like we bought like this like Bacardi bottle or something. And then, like, we had lunch with a bunch of other people by the side of the beach. And it was at this point where I have to mention that it was the very first time that I blacked out. I would black out, like, 3 times that day.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So the first time was that after we bought the booze from the grocery store, but after I drank the beer. And then I just followed them. And then I was like, oh wait, we're at the beach now. How did we get here? I don't remember.
Oh my god.
And then
so
after
you're having the full college experience.
Absolutely. In just one day. And then after that we went to we ate by the side of the beach in this really beautiful location. And then of course, because I had no sense of self-control, I drank more there. And then I was like, and then I blanked out again.
Oh my god.
Jesus, dude.
And then at that point, it was when I lost my glasses, because they sort of fell. The way I only learned about this because I heard this from other people who were there at the time, that like I was wearing like a helm, like my whole headdress for my costume fell off. And I'm assuming, and this is just my guess, that that's when I lost my glasses, because it was at the same time, and I don't remember.
Did you find them?
No, I never got them back. I had to get new glasses
So you had
Spain.
to get... Wow.
What about that friend who lost his backpack? Did you guys ever find that?
Oh, I'm getting to that, but no, he never found it.
Okay, I thought you finished with the story.
No, that's
questions in chat.
It's okay, we really laughed.
Okay, all right.
And then I was just like, because this is the, because. Oh wait, I guess we could skip to the end because the rest of it is kind of less interesting. So like, after that point, like we'd met up with this like.
Yeah, you just went streaking through a mall and.
Yeah, we met up with this Dutch exchange student who was like really flirty when she was drunk, and then like.
Oh boy.
Like apparently
David, you don't take advantage of.
No, I didn't take advantage of her.
I'm joking. I was like.
I was just so out of it.
Dog, but then like flip it.
I was just so out of it at that point that I just like said, "Oh, what you're saying? That sounds really sexual."
You said that to her?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god, that's so on brand. A girl gets flirty. Huh? That's quite sexual.
The thing is what you were saying.
She just goes, yeah, I suppose so. And just kind of like, just goes and sits somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that guy is so hot. You intimidated her.
So then we like
you were too cool.
So then after that, because we were all kind of like because my one friend who had gone with in the morning is like, he's like really experienced at all this stuff, but the rest of us were like not that. So like we all had to spend the afternoon because like the girl we were with, she started vomiting and it was a whole thing. And then we spent the afternoon sort of chilling out in like a park bench, just like recovering and like drinking water.
Just a bunch of guys sitting on a park bench just going, oh my fucking head, what did I do yesterday? Where are my glasses?
Yeah. Except it was
ending it there.
No, except this was the afternoon of the day that I'd already gotten there. So this was just the first day still. And then after we'd all recovered, it was in the evening, so then we went back to the main square where everything was happening. And then we hung out, we said goodbye to some friends who were leaving, and then of course we met up with some other people, but then we started drinking again, which is not good.
What the fuck, dude?
I know! I regret this very much.
They checked your blood alcohol level and
it was just alcohol at this point. So we got like this really like
it was just they checked your stone light.
Go to take a blood test. It's just a vial of alcohol.
Exactly.
Thank you. You've just repeated the joke that we made twice.
Oh, okay. Well, you cut out right.
Exactly.
That doesn't count.
Well,
and then
that's your fault.
So then at this point,
that sounds like your problem.
This is when things get really
sounds
fuzzy.
like a problem.
This is when things get really fuzzy for me because I was like, because first we had like, I think we like walked around a bunch at night. It started to rain. I couldn't see properly because I'd lost my glasses at that point, and we got like this really like, because at this point it was just me and the really irresponsible guy. So then we were So then we we were drinking like this really
joined a cult. You like started a pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
you got married like to like 3 different women while you were that drunk.
We were doing this like really shitty wine, and then we got like some Jaeger after that, and he bought it, and then like we were sharing that together, and then and then after that I don't remember. It really just became really fuzzy at that point.
It's just all a blur.
We walked around a bunch. My friend found somebody who was willing to sell him some weed in the street. I'm not kidding. And then he smoked it, and then like got like, and this was where we were like hanging out in this street corner, and like I was like really nauseous at that point. And then we hung out by the side of the train for a little bit, and I threw up. And then we were like, okay, let's go hang out somewhere else. And then at that point, my friend just crashed because he was really tired. So like at this point,
it's just like the 2-day drink-a-thon.
Yeah, and then at this point, I was like recovering because I'd rested in the afternoon, and I was sort of
David the recovering alcoholic.
Yeah, I was coming off of all the. I was coming off of the buzz that I'd had.
Los drogas.
And then he fell asleep.
When in Spain.
Yeah, he just fell asleep in the middle of the street. He like laid down with his costume and his backpack in the middle of the street. And this was a busy street with like a lot of partygoers walking by. So they were like, I was sitting right next to him, and like there were all these Spanish people going, "Is he okay? Is he okay? Is he dead?" And I'm like, "No, he's fine. He's resting." So I had to wake him up like 2 or 3 times to make sure for other people that he was okay.
For other people.
And then after that, we moved to the side of the train station, and at this point, I was like really nauseous, and I was recovering. I was like, "Fuck, this was a mistake." And then I was just texting
so why
William.
Did we do the last like 48 hours of?
Yeah, and then I was just texting William the whole time, going, "That was a mistake. Why did I do this?"
Dude, I fucked up.
Yeah. And then. Yeah, and then I just sort of like closed my eyes a little bit. I was like not paying attention to everything he was doing, and at this point,
it's your first problem.
His backpack was stolen, and he was like a diabetic, so like all of his like medical shit was in
Oh,
there.
shit.
In addition, all of his school shit was in there too.
Oh, this is why you don't party, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Or
And
at
then
least this is why you don't potty.
and then the part about the hangover is that we both sort of got to our senses.
And then you realized you lost Doug, and you had to spend the next couple of hours trying to find him.
Exactly. And then we went home, and then he searched for his backpack for like 2 hours until we had to leave for the train. And then we left on the train. And so, for context, the train from Cadiz to Sevilla, a lot of people use that as like a commuter train just going to work every day. And then here
So
we
you're
are,
just two guys,
half alive,
costumes,
dirty, in costumes, like, and I was wearing like light colored pants.
Smelled of booze.
And we were like smelling of dirt and vomit and booze, and like they were just like these ordinary Spaniards going like, they were just, I heard them
on their way to fucking like their day job.
And they were saying like, something smells really bad on this train, and I'm like, oh god, it's me.
Oh no, I'm the one who smells of poor life choices.
Yeah, and then we were both like, yeah, let's never do this again. And then I had to pay for him.
You were like, see you next time. See you this weekend.
And then I had to pay him.
Yeah, dude, let's fucking do this again.
I had to pay for a taxi to get him home.
Oh jeez. Yeah, because he lost his backpack.
Yeah, he refunded me for it later though. But yeah, so that's
nice.
that's my story.
A couple questions in the chat.
Okay.
Bombastic AR asks, Xavier, do you drink? And also, have you ever partied like that? No, I don't drink, and I've never done that.
Listen.
Every time you've ever seen me in a stream or video, I'm 100% sober. I'm just like this.
Listen, I think Xavier's probably the smart one here.
Which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that.
I don't know. Like, my attitude towards this is, a professor of mine in one of my early semesters of college has put this in her syllabus every year, which is make friends with some party people and some normal people, so it'll give you perspective. And I kind of believe in that.
That's true.
Moderation. Like, if you're doing it every single day of the weekend, it's a problem. What I did went way too far. But, like, every now and then,
but, like,
having a little
that's a
bit.
life experience. It's not, like, a recurring issue. It's fine if you did it, like, once or twice.
Exactly.
Like, have a 48-hour drink-a-thon, just get covered in vomit and other fluids and look like an embarrassing asshole. That's fine in moderation. I don't judge. I think that's perfectly okay, and I don't think you should be ashamed of that, because that's a funny story that you got to tell your friends, and we got to laugh. You got something out of that.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, we did go too far. It's just like, we know where not to go next time.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it is. That's all life is. Make mistakes, so you don't...
You know not to go on the train.
Yeah.
Well,
take a taxi where...
You don't have to go to Spain.
You're only taking... No,
well, the problem with this situation is that it was the perfect storm of us making, like, 5 mistakes in a row. Like, our first mistake was taking the train at 8 a.m. to get there at 10 a.m. when we should have gotten there in the afternoon when our friends were getting there. Our second mistake was not getting an Airbnb and saying like, "Hey, we'll just spend the night out and about.
We'll just hang out for the entire night."
Yeah, and in reality, that just ended up being us being really cold and miserable by the side of the train station for like 5 hours.
Drunk on a bench at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
in a foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be worse.
So one of my favorite part though was
be a
when
native in Russia who just does that every day.
Not even a native in Russia. You could just be in Russia.
No, my favorite part of this though was when we got back to Seville, which was I still had the bottle of Jaeger that my friend had bought with his money in my backpack, and I was just like, I feel so fucking nauseous right now. I cannot deal with this in my life. And
at
I was
that
just
point,
like,
alcohol is just disgusting. You
yeah.
just can't even look at it.
And then, I just like threw it away outside the train station, and he said like, dude, that's some nice alcohol. And I'm like, I can't look at this right now. It makes me so...
you killed Father Gregor.
It makes me so... it makes me so nauseous right now. And then I just threw it away, even though like it was still like a decently full, because I was just like,
honestly, what I'm saying,
I can't look at this right now.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
The funny thing about that story is that it happened like a couple of weeks after I've had my hangover.
Yeah.
And the way that happened was one of my friends just messaged me. I was in the city, and my friend's like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Like, when do you want me to meet you? He's like, "Oh, I'm at this really cool bar." He gave me the address. We met over there. I'm like, "Okay, sweet." So I go over there, and he's like, "Have you ever had 50% alcohol shots?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. Should I?" He's like, "Probably not, but you know what? Just give him a try." And I'm like, "Okay." So like a fucking idiot, we buy the 50% alcohol, right?
Ooh,
and
that's
we take a swig. At first, I'm like, you know what? This isn't too bad. I thought it was gonna be strong.
This is edible ain't shit. Oh,
it,
no.
it wasn't bad. Give or take like 5 minutes later, it starts getting to me.
Oh no.
At that point, I'm
no.
still fairly sober. Like, I'm in control of my actions. I know what I'm doing. So we're like, I told him about it. I'm like, I'm feeling, a little bit lightheaded. Any recommendations? He's like, go ask the clerk or like the guy at the counter for water. So I do that, and then he's like, it also helps if we go take a walk. So we do that. We go and take a walk, and eventually the lightheadedness and all of that it goes away. I'm sober now. At that point, I was feeling pretty hungry, so I tell him, and just as I tell him that, we come across this like Italian restaurant. And we decide to go check it out. It was like by the pier, by the water. It was a really cool place. So we go to check it out, right? And we go to order the food, we go to order the drinks and everything. And as we were looking at the drinks, we see that the options consist of water, soft drink, and beer. Like an idiot, I choose the beer, to order, because I think it'd be like just small cups, like a what do you call it? Yeah, it's like those little small cups. Turns out it's a big fucking jug.
Oh.
I didn't know that when I first got it, but I'm like, if it's here, might as well. I finished drinking that, and I'm back to the lightheadedness. I'm realizing I'm really shitty at telling the story, maybe because I am lightheaded now, talking enough. Anyway,
you're putting us
embrace it, man.
You're reliving it for us live.
I guess, yeah.
Oh,
that's not a good way.
We're done. We're almost done with Night Home. This is a fun section of the game. I had fun
almost done with
this
my
part.
story as well. So we go and take a walk and shit. We buy like something like dessert or whatever, and then we go on our way. But before we do that, we go and take we go and we find like a little spot by the water. We sit down, we have a talk, etc. And then we go home. I go home and I quickly take a nap. The next day I wake up and I have this big fucking headache. Like nothing I felt like before. It wasn't anything too bad, but it wasn't, benign to the point where it was like I could shrug it off. It was still there. And yeah, that was my hangover story. That was a really shitty story. I'm sorry you guys had to sit through.
No, it was fine. It was great.
I didn't.
David, why did you do that?
Yeah, you did that. Why?
There you go.
I think that's David's reaction to my story.
Well, I think
Have
my
you ever
biggest
played the game here, David, it's a platforming puzzle. You climb down safely, like bit by bit. Stop jumping down the hole.
Okay, so I think the other big takeaway from my story is that I'm very I very easily succumb to peer pressure, which is that I do whatever my friends are doing because I'm very afraid of being left out. So like,
I guess I'm just not like that at all.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't like what people are doing, like they have to force me to do shit.
So like,
I do whatever it is I want to do.
Like that time at our friend's birthday party where they're like, let's all just go to the store and like buy a bunch of like just junk food and snacks and shit. And I was like, I don't want to walk there. It's like a 20-minute walk. They're like, no, it'll be fun. We could just walk as a party. And it just took like way longer than even 20 minutes. Like we just kept getting stopped up by traffic, and it was cold and dark. Because we left when the sun was still out, but by the time we got there, it was like pitch black outside and there was no visibility. And also, we made the bright decision of bringing a bunch of random stuff we got out of that friend's like basement when we were screwing around. So I remember we were there just like with a walking cane that we just found in his basement, and like nobody knew who it belonged to, so we were just like playing with it like it was a bit. And then we were walking around in the store, and we were like, oh shit, what if they think we stole this? So, like, I was holding the cane and also had 2 hats on. And I had to start pretending to walk with a limp when I got into the store, because I didn't want anyone to think that, like, it wasn't our cane. So I was walking with a limp for, like, a good 10 to 15 minutes, and then I was like, okay, I can't fucking do more. So Josh was there. He was at that party. So I hand it to him and go, okay, you're the one with the bad leg now, alright? You have the thing. And then when he got it, suddenly around the corner walks the manager of the store, who sees like this party of teenage boys and assumes we were shoplifters. No, we're not. None of us were like that kind of person. Like all of us would be too fucking afraid to steal anything. But even still, he decides to pretend to be shopping, and he has this little like carry cart thing, this little basket with the store logo on the side of it. And he's pretending to shop, but he's very clearly just watching us to make sure we don't steal anything. And he asks Josh what's wrong with his leg, and he's like, a motorized cart or anything. So now Josh has to actively lie and go, oh, no, this is a thing I was... And I was standing there trying not to just burst out laughing. And then we were like walking around this store for like, I don't know, like 30 minutes just trying to find just random stuff to take back to this party for our other friend. And like, we still have to deal with the fact that we brought like 2 different hats for no reason. We have to distribute them like to people. And like every couple of minutes, one of us is like, this hat is itchy, you wear it now. So we're just switching them constantly. And Josh is having to just like pretend to have a bad leg, but I kept pointing it out to him like in whispers. I would go up to him and go,
"It's the wrong run. You were doing it with your right leg earlier. Now you're using your left. You're fucking it up. He's gonna know."
And he's like, "Oh shit, okay." And he keeps switching legs for the thing. And then at the end of it, like by the time we're actually like shopping for all of our stuff, the manager is still standing like 4 feet behind us, just trying to pretend to be patiently waiting. But like it was very clear what he was doing, and I was getting kind of pissed off by it that he had that like little of trust for us. And like I wanted to say something as we were, but I was saying, I want to make a scene, so let's just go home.
Right.
And then we just like threw the fucking cane in one of the grocery bags and just walked it back.
Huh.
Man.
And that's the story of how Josh had to pretend to have a busted leg so that he wouldn't get in trouble for not shoplifting.
You know what? That sounds like something I would do, Loki. As a matter of fact, I think I have done that before.
What?
Like, pretended to have, like, just something so that people wouldn't, like,
pretend to have a disability?
So that people wouldn't think that I'm, like, doing something like shoplifting? Probably.
Nice. You know?
Okay, the fact that you can't remember specifics about that event, but you're like, yeah, something like that's probably happened. That's very concerning.
Why?
Because that means that you've done that more than once.
What? No. Not necessarily.
Oh, look. It's miraculously...
Not necessarily is very non-committal.
Oh, look, we're back in City 17.
It sounds like something I probably would do.
We're back in City 7. Remember when the bunch of those, like, college kids... I know. A bunch of those college kids were making a Half-Life for, like, their gaming class, and they were using the Source engine. And they were like, okay, we'll make a game set in the Half-Life... And it's like, okay, this one takes place at City 7. So they just have the clip of Green talking on the TV, and he goes, Welcome to City 7. And it just cuts off, and then he starts talking about something else. So it's very clear they just cut off what he was 17.
Wow. I don't think I've heard of that.
It was a thing back in the day, like, not too recent, but, like, I would say, like, if I were to guess, like, 2007 or 2008-ish. It was, like, a thing that I saw, like, on YouTube when I was, like, getting into Half-Life. And it was, like, a clip from a news program reporting, like, oh, yeah, these kids are making as a project for their game design class. And, yeah, that's what stuck out to me. It was just, welcome to City 7. And it's just like he was clearly had more of that.
Play Hunt Down the Freeman. No, don't ever play that.
Dude, I would love to play that. Much to...
As a game designer, seeing anyone play that game, let alone praising it, or like even saying I don't mind it, makes me want to claw their eyes out.
Okay, then we'll do a whole stream where we just shit on it.
Okay. I can live with that.
David, can you get Hunt Down the Freemans? Laugh at it?
Can you pay $25 for
What is Hunt Down the Freeman?
Is that how much it cost?
Listen, I'm sorry, I don't know what Hunt Down the Freeman is.
Okay, alright, so a bunch of, like, scam art.
15 Australian
No,
dollars.
I will explain it! Oh,
It's 15 Australian.
That's too much.
Like,
That's
$2 American dollars.
But a bunch of... it's like a Half-Life mod made asset that they got from, like, various sources. And they just made this really shitty fanfiction-y bullshit game set in the Half-Life universe, where you play as one of those soldiers from the first game that got clobbered by Freeman with a bar, and you want to hunt him down and get revenge on him. But it takes place between Half-Life 1 and 2, so nowhere found, so that, like, the premise is flawed in that already. But, like, it does everything a Half-Life game not. It has, like, a voiced protagonist. It has really elongated bullshit cutscenes that are animated poorly in Source Filmmaker. And there's a couple special things about this that don't make it just like a shitty fan project. It's that Valve endorsed this and they put it up on the store and, like, advertised it as, like, they thought that this seemed so cool during the concept phase that they wanted to, like, back it as if though it was going to be an official product. So they, like, it had money thrown at it. Like, it's not just some cheap made for nothing by 3 guys in a basement. There was, like, you know, this got big. And then on top of that, because it was being advertised, they got a big name YouTubers to do voice acting in it. So, like, a couple of the NPCs are voiced by, like... What? Huh?
It ended up well. Just,
yeah. Yeah, it turned out great. But, like, what's the name? What's that one? The guy who has, like, Foxy...
Pyrocynical.
Pyrocynical voices a bunch of the and then fucking the president gives an address about when they're, like, giving in to the Combine. Guess who voices the President of the United States in the Half-Life?
Okay, I'm going to guess the worst possible option, which is PewDiePie.
No.
No.
Guess
Tabasco?
again.
Keemstar!
Oh God!
Let
Oh
him guess.
God!
Freeman. It's incredible you made it.
Keemstar voice, and it also
No! Oh, why?
different microphone quality. So some people sound like they're recording in like a big living room, and others sound like they're in a closet, and their microphone puffs a little bit. And like, the game is just hilariously misguided in the fact that Valve backed it, and it was almost like an official product until they saw it and were like, "What the fuck did you do?" And then like cut all ties with it.
That's not necessarily true. They backed it in the sense that they allowed it to be on the store, and that they gave them like the assets and the source code like from their Half-Life games in order to make that game actually work. But they never actually gave them money. And like,
no, I never said that Valve, like, there was a lot of money spent
I'm just clarifying they
various like asset stores. So like, it had a budget, unlike a lot of like fan games stuff. Like, it wasn't just
a bunch
made
of models
for
from like workshops and shit.
Yeah, there was also
Freeman model wasn't
models.
theirs. They just
they
basically
just stole that.
sold it without permission. Yeah.
And they just used it because it looked better than the one in game. For like half.
There wasn't one in game. That's the thing.
Are you sure there's no like?
Yeah, no, there isn't. No, they used the Half-Life 1 model, but like with like a really shitty texture so that it doesn't take up too much data.
Oh wow!
But everything else, like the gloves and the arms, they're just their own separate.
So we could play it. That might be fun. You know, I think at this point,
it's a lot of fun.
At this point, we've been streaming for about 3 hours.
Subjective.
So I think this might be a good time to call it good for the night.
All right, yeah.
Before we
I'm
keep
getting
going
pretty
on.
tired, so I want to take a sleep nap. And then,
Thanks for tuning in and witnessing us being absolute idiots on this stream.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This was a fun time.
Normally it's me failing at video games, but this time it was me being marginally competent at video games. So instead you just got
you
to
made it through. You weren't like getting your ass. I'm proud of you.
So then you
died
got
like
to hear
once, and that was an accident.
So you got to hear about all the other reasons why all the other tomfoolery. So
yeah,
we will see
now.
you next week, and goodbye.